Hey, everybody. How's it going? Nice to see everybody in the nest today. Good afternoon. Hello. Afternoon for me, 1:35 p.m. Yes, it is very embarrassing that I am late to my own stream. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Yeah. But I'm happy you're all here, and thanks for your patience, and thanks for waiting. Hi. So... listening and working and lurking and possibly modestly twerking. Okay. I love it. Oh, Ashley is listening while she finishes mowing and maybe modestly twerking. Hey, as long as it's in your backyard, hey, no problem with that. I mean, do it in your front yard too. Whatever. Do what you want to do. Stay hydrated. It's a hot one. Yes, for sure. Mr. Pupper is much better today. Thank you for asking, Fairy Nymph. I got an alert on my camera in the backyard last night at 3 a.m. on the dot. Some animal was walking through, and it's completely fenced in, and I can't figure out what kind of animal it is. So he must have had a sneaking suspicion that something was in the area. It turned on my motion light in the back and everything. So, I don't know. It could be a very large cat. Or it could be like a wildcat type. I don't know. I'm going to have to really zoom in. It looked pretty big. Like the size of a gorilla, pretty much. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look closer. I'm going to have to zoom in. Yeah. Dancer Gal, thank you so much for being an owlette for 9 months. Thanks for keeping me company while I work. Hey, thank you for keeping me company while I stream. Awesome to have you here. Yeah, we'll have to enhance and zoom in and take a look. Not a bear, no. It had a tail that stuck out straight, parallel to the ground, like a fox. But it might have been a fox. I don't know. I gotta look more closely. Yeah, no, not a possum. I have had possums in this area, though. I had one sitting on my fence once. I pulled into my driveway and caught it in my headlights, and we both froze. I was like, should I even get out of the car? I had no idea. I'm not used to all this wildlife. Not a coyote? I hope not. No, I don't know. I really got to take a look. You think it was DeeDee? It could have been. That's probably the most likely possibility. It was probably DeeDee Lulu looking for shelter. Yes. I don't know. I have heard of coyotes being around, but not recently. That's all over next door. Look, bring your bird feeders in. The bears are coming. All that stuff. Yeah. Ando, that's what I hear, that Nader is in jail. I haven't verified it myself. I'm kind of relying on the Canadian live streamers or reactors to do that, because I'm not familiar with the Canadian law system, court system, or any of that at all. I don't know how it works. I don't know what you have access to or nothing. So I don't know. But that is what I've heard. Yes. Hello, Gerd's Fiend. How are you? Of course, Suburban Hillbilly. Share your happy news. Of course. We love happy news. Yes. A coyote was running down your street last week, Kim. Oh my God. How scary. Like, what the heck? Your puppers is in the hospital pack? Someone left out a whole open bucket. No. Is he okay? Is he inpatient? Is he staying over? Pax, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I feel like that person needs to be brought to justice, if you know what I'm saying. If you know what I am saying. Hello, Gertz Fiend. It's awesome to see you. Yeah, what's the happy news? I think she's probably still typing. The coyotes come into your yard in the winter. They follow the deer trails. Oh, wow. Woo. My goodness. Any sort of animal poison should be illegal. Yeah. How do you feel about the diatomaceous earth? How do you feel about that? Because the insects are like, I don't know. I think it does, like, it gets into their exoskeleton, I think. Do you think that's okay? They say it does work. I got, you're supposed to use like a little, like a bottle that you can press, like you can squeeze and like air comes out. So I got in the Walmart, in the grill section for outside grilling, I got an empty like ketchup bottle, like an empty condiments bottle. So I'm going to put it in that. And it's got the whole, like you would squeeze it like a ketchup bottle, and it's like puff, 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 all along like the perimeter of your house, I guess. It suffocates them. Okay. Oh, yeah, Shadow Hair. I'm going to wear a mask for sure. Yeah. It can be a respiratory irritant. Yeah, definitely. You're weary of that, the cat is Jin? How come? Unalive's vacuums? Oh, maybe I'll just put it outside then. It is food grade. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I can't lose my vacuum. I really love my vacuum. It's not worth it. I'll deal with the bugs. Hello, Worshneffer. Nice to see you. Is Suburban Hillbilly typing her good news? I hope so. Hello, Rudy. How are you? It clogs them up. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, Suburban Hillbilly says, I'm finally able to drive again. Yes. And the puppy that somebody dumped in the road a few months ago has a forever home with us. Oh my God. I love that. That is awesome. That's all awesome news. All of that. That is fantastic. Let's get some hearts in the chat for the saved puppy, and Suburban Hillbilly can be out and about driving again. That is excellent news. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. Fantastic. Let me get you some applause here. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. We love the good news. Thank you. Love that. Saffron says, do the Beezers ever complain about the fans? Yes, they do, Saffron. Yes, they do. I saw some people saying, like, you know what? I'll check back when you get your fan situation worked out. She just ignores them. She truly does not care. Hey, hippieista. Nice hearts, everybody. Adopt, don't shop. Yep. Used to live across the field where coyotes would howl every night, Abriana. Oh, my God. Abriana, what color nail polish today? I'm wearing a very, very, very pale pink. I love it. It's very pale and it's very shiny. I don't know the name of it, but it's beautiful. I put it on my toes, too. So I finally feel put together again. All right. Hello, Grandpa Joe. Hello. You don't feel so good today, Ilsk? Okay. Yeah, we're definitely here to cheer you up for sure. Yeah. We are going to be hearing some DeeDee, okay? We are going to be hearing some DeeDee talk. It's interesting to see her on her own without Natter looming in the background, so that's kind of nice. Mr. Blue, we just got started. You haven't missed a thing. On my talons, yes. Yes, very light pink polish on all of the talons. Yes, that's right. Like it's almost, no, it's not almost white, but it's super, super pale. I love it. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Whitebird. I did too. Yes, I do shadow hair. I do use the halal nail polish. I use Orly Breathable. So for any members who did miss the live stream last night, we just got together to go over the human created contestants and just kind of appreciate each one by one, because people put a lot of time and energy into their entries. Like they were human made. We had acrylic painting, we had drawing. I mean, all different kinds of mediums, some I had never even heard of. And people spent a lot of time making their creations. So it was nice just to get together and look at each one by one. And if they were in the chat, they could tell us about it. Otherwise, I would read what they told me about it in their email when they first sent it. And it was just nice to take that time to just appreciate everyone's hard work with that, truly. Why does the DeeDee talk make me amused? I don't know, Peter Princess. I don't know. You're okay with it? Otters and elephants used a baby nose bulb to... Oh, that's a smart idea, too, to dispense it around the house perimeter. Okay, yeah. Anything that, like presses out air, right? Yeah. It was a nice evening, yes. Anna Gags, it was a members only. That's why we have to get you to accept membership, gifted memberships. Like, we got to figure it out. Hey, Francis, nice to see you. Hello, Tina T. Okay. Dirty Dog says DeeDee should get off social media and spend time with herself. That would be smart. I guess she's not working, so maybe she needs to make a little online. I don't know. Accept the nest into your heart, Brandon says. Yeah, help us help you. Help us help you. Beetle Queen, mine was a digital collage, which if you're interested, I have it available as a sticker along with some of my other works on Redbubble, if I may shamelessly plug. Beetle Queen, are you following me on X? Do you want to send me a link in my DMs and I will gladly share it out? Or just tweet it and tag me in it. Either one. If you are on X. Yeah, Anna Gags, we got to figure that out. We have to. Does Nightbot have Damascus weather? Yes. Exclamation Syria. Sure does. Syria. There we go. And it is Damascus. We got 91 degrees Fahrenheit, 33 degrees Celsius. The wind is blowing from the west at 9 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 26%. And we have Syria time. They're 7 hours ahead, so it's like 9:15 p.m. Yeah. I mean, for her, that's awful, but for me, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Okay, so I have figured out some captioning. I worked on it in my off time outside of the nest. So hopefully that will be helpful. And we're going to start with DeeDee first, where she did a 3-hour live stream. I have downloaded her transcript so we can just go directly to those parts when she's talking about it. We don't have to, certainly not watch the whole thing. And she's kind of low talking. So, we're going to deal with her volume. We're going to adjust all that. And hey, Tartlet, for Chantal's live stream from yesterday, I have removed all of the background noise. I just can't. Do it. And I screen recorded it so we have the live chat along with it. And I was able to find captions to run along with it. So we have all of it. Yeah. I mean, it's not difficult. Just had to look around a little bit. Thank you, Neve. I'm glad you appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. The fan, I just can't. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with DeeDee Lulu. Okay. And she showed, she went to a thrift store and she showed some finds. She had a handbag. She had some clothing at the end, I think. I know. Truly, I cannot deal with the fan. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm extra sensitive to noises, but it's just pervasive throughout the whole thing. And I think when you're straining to hear someone's voice over the fan, that's when it's like, but forget it. I just can't. That's what I saw too, Tartlet. That's all I've seen is what's on X. So if you've seen it, you've seen what I've seen. Yeah. Yep. Fan drives me nuts too. Can't do it. The fan triggers your tinnitus. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Mm-mm. Moonface, I think it might be exclamation Myrtle for Myrtle Beach. Check the, let's see. Yeah, exclamation Myrtle. You stopped watching Chantal because of the fan. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. There was just the other night she live streamed and I said, listen, it's like a hurricane and a tornado over there. And I can't. Like, I wasn't even going to listen to it by myself. I just Bella Batty, we're just getting started. Okay, let's go with DeeDee Lulu. And it's right about here. Let me boost up her volume significantly. She can get Salah to do an interpretive dance as captions. I would love that. And you know what? He probably would too.
Made you choose Islam over other religions? Well, that is a very good question.
Speak up, DeeDee Lulu.
Bobby. Okay, I can talk a bit about that. I guess since my mom passed away, which was in November 11th, 2024, I don't know, following month, started in December, something in my heart, I can't explain it. And I would think if somebody were to explain the way I did, I think they're crazy. Something in my heart just said, something was calling me to go look at your religion, ask about the religion. I grew up Catholic. When I say grew up Catholic, I was just going with the flow, you know? You got to get baptized. You go to your communion. You go to your confession. You go and repent, you know, to the priests in the church next to my elementary school. We would go walk together, sit in a little thing, talk to the priest, say, yes, I was mean to my parents this week, you know, say your Hail Marys and go back. And I just went with the flow. I always thought, I've been in relationships with Arab men before.
Oh, I didn't know that about Miss DeeDee Lulu. So I also grew up Catholic. I also did. So I can really relate to a lot of what she's saying here.
Actually, my 2-3 previous relationships, long-term, were Arab Muslim men from Morocco, not from Egypt.
Oh.
But still, I was like, no, for me, Jesus is a son of God and not a prophet, you know? But like I said, in December, when I started to ask more questions, like just something inside of me, I woke up one day and just something. So who knows? Who knows what it is? It could be my own mother saying, hey girl, we had it wrong this whole time, so you better look at this. Or it could be Allah telling me, you're a chosen one, you need to see the truth. So.
Okay. Now, I do want to say that DeeDee is actually, truly a new Muslim, okay? Very new. Chantal would like to claim that she's still new. She's not. She should know a lot more than she does now, okay? DeeDee is legitimately still new. So, hey, Cybra, nice to see you. It has been a while. Okay, Aldwich, I totally agree with you. No objections from me, but if I knew her, I'd suggest this is a big decision while you are in mourning. I 100% agree. Any big life decisions should be put off until you're in a better state of mind. If you're in a state of a big mourning, a loss, or any of the big stressors in life, a job change, a divorce, the loss of a loved one, and moving, any of those big things you should not introduce. It's just not a good time. Everything's up in the air. Everything's in flux, kind of. Wait until you're fully settled. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Rancid, that is something that I picked up on too, that she does seem sincere. I agree, J. Artiste. J. Artiste says, I don't agree. I don't understand converting before starting to learn about the religion. I mean, Chantal, I think, is the only person I've known that has ever done that. Just jump in without knowing much. Yeah. So I'm going to go back to what she says, because I don't know if she said she had a dream or something about like what brought her to Islam.
About the religion. I grew up Catholic. When I say grew up Catholic, I was just going with the flow, you know? You got to get baptized. You go to your communion. You go to your confession. You go and repent, to the priests in the church next to my elementary school. We would go walk together, sit in a little thing, talk to the priest, say, yes, I was mean to my parents this week, say your Hail Marys and go back. And I just went with the flow. I always thought, I've been in relationships with Arab men before. Actually, my 2-3 previous relationships, long-term, were Arab Muslim men from Morocco, not from Egypt. But still, I was like, no, for me, Jesus is a son of God and not a prophet, But like I said, in December, when I started to ask more questions, like just something inside of me, I woke up one day and just something. So who knows? Who knows what it is? It could be my own mother saying, hey, girl, we had it wrong this whole time, so you better look at this. Or it could be Allah telling me, you're a chosen one, you need to see the truth. So just the fact that I never really believed in, when I prayed, because I did believe in God, I didn't pray to Jesus. I didn't pray to Mary. I didn't pray to the cross. I prayed to God. Like I had a relationship. It was like me and God.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And I like the finger. It's, the oneness of God. So, okay. I don't know if her mother actually said that to her. That was kind of unclear to me, or if it was something from, maybe a dream after she passed away, or I don't know. But something clearly brought her. Okay. It took you 35 years to revert to Islam. Tammy and Tarek. Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah. That's wonderful. I mean, hey, great. That's great. And I just want to make it very clear to everybody, especially if you're kind of new in the nest, that I am a Muslim revert. I reverted in 2012. I am by no means an expert on Islam. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a theologian. There's a lot that I don't know. Thankfully, usually there's a few Muslims in the chat who can fill in, especially people who were born Muslim. They tend to know some fundamental things that I just don't have experience with. Like, I think if you're born Muslim in a Muslim family, you grow up hearing about things that, oh, your uncle did this and this and this, so you know how that would work religiously, just from like context. But I don't have that background. So the things that I've never looked into myself personally, I don't usually know about. So the Muslims in the chat are usually very, very, very helpful with that. Saffron says, now DeeDee is Muslim. If she sincerely needs help learning, would offer that olive branch despite her involvement with chins and swordfish. Who would offer an olive branch? But yeah, if you could just clarify what you mean by that. And in the nest, would I? Oh, there's no need for an olive branch. I have no problem with DeeDee. Yeah, I don't have any problem with DeeDee. I think they mean you. Yeah, no, there's no need for an olive branch because I don't have any problem with DeeDee at all. I never really have. I never have. So, yeah, there's no need for an olive branch. If she ever wanted to just send me a message or, I can't answer really specific questions about, I don't know. I might be able to guide someone as to where to go for, but she's going to tell you all of this, that, where to go for resources, where to go to learn for yourself, because I don't get everything right. And I have a couple of corrections to make actually today about that. So yeah, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Grandpa Joe says, we are all learning, even as born Muslims. Only scholars know the most about Islam. Right. And they're still learning too. And they're still researching. It's a lifelong process for sure. And some people have certain interests in some areas and some are in other areas. Also about the nest, that absolutely everyone is welcome, no matter what beliefs you have, or if you have no belief. You're perfectly welcome here. And it is not the Muslim way to try to convert people. We don't do that. That is not something that we do. We believe that if Islam is meant for you, it will be brought to you. And I think that's what DeeDee's saying here. And it was brought to me also in my own way. I think that just happens. So I'm not pushing anything. People, who are happy with their faith, be happy with your faith. If you're still exploring, explore everything. Okay. Just so you know. Just so we're clear. Okay. Okay, Metallica Mom, thank you. All right. So she started Catholic. She went for First Communion. I don't know if she said confirmation, but I went all the way through confirmation, in 10th grade and all of that. Okay. But she says that when she prayed, she didn't pray to Jesus and she didn't pray to Mary. She always prayed to God. And that is one of the fundamental differences between Catholicism and Islam.
Respected Jesus, but to me, when I wanted to pray, it was with God. So I started looking and hearing about the fact that I believe there's only one God. I do believe that he brought down prophets, Musa, Ibrahim, Noah, there's a bunch of them, right? Jesus, we believe in Jesus, right? We respect Jesus, peace be upon him. But I never really heard much about Muhammad. My exes never really talked much about the religion, right? Then this whole Trinity, name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. I started watching the Muslim Lantern, Muhammad Ali, which is amazing, by the way. He's the one who gave me my Shahada. And there was people coming to ask him questions, like questions that I would ask. And show me where the Trinity is in the Bible. Okay, nowhere in the Bible does it say Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Or nowhere does it say that Jesus is God, because God is all-knowing. God, to me, doesn't eat, doesn't sleep, doesn't go to the bathroom, doesn't forget, doesn't know. He knows everything, right? Then I started seeing how many discrepancies there was in the Bible. The King James Version, or like the New Testament, because we all know that it's all written by all different, right? Luke, Mark, all whatever. And I looked at the genealogy, and things weren't adding up. And all the discrepancies that were in the Bible, I'm like, how could I take this as the word of God? Then I was told about the Quran. And the Quran was revealed to Muhammad. I know there's something I'm supposed to say right after his name, and I always forget, but I want to say it properly. It's a learning curve.
Peace be upon him.
And I'm taking it. And I'm not embarrassed about it, because I finally found the truth. So after I say Muhammad, I'm supposed to say Salah Allah alayhi wa salam. That's why people put SWT.
Well, SWT is something that we say after the name of God, subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it's Arabic. No one needs to know any of that. It's Arabic, and it's just different for different things. She doesn't need to worry about that right now.
Allah alayhi wa salam. Every time I say his name. Anyway, so first revelation, he was 40 years old. He got the first revelation, and for 23 years he was getting these revelations. Muhammad couldn't read or write. The angel Gabriel was the one who came and give him the revelations, and throughout 23 years until his death. And that's why the Quran is the exact words that were said from God to Muhammad, to his people. It is the word of God. And there are so many scientific proofs in the Quran. If you take the time just to watch a couple of videos, trust me, everybody wants to go to paradise. Everybody would love to go to paradise and not go to hell.
That's true.
I mean, you see what I said about the Shahada, and my Shahada when I took it, and the questions I had about my mother, because she was a good Christian woman, she was very Catholic, but she didn't harm a fly, and she would give charity, and she was good to her neighbors, and she didn't do anything wrong. So I had a hard time with that, But they say that if you never heard the word, if nobody ever talked to you about it, we don't know what's going to happen when she's facing, Allah. But I'm hoping, that I will see her one day. But I'm taking...
And we can pray for our parents. We can pray for anyone who has passed on before us, especially the prayer of a child for a parent who has passed on is very powerful. So whenever my dad passed away years ago, and whenever I think of him, I always ask God to please, elevate him to another higher level, please, just give him all the mercy. And it does mean a lot coming from a child. Well, alaikum salam, juror number 6.
This very seriously, because the Quran is a path of just how to live your life in the right way. So I would urge you guys, next time you see Muslim in your countries or wherever you live, take the time to talk to them. You'll see how they live such a humble life. And everything in the Quran is it's basically like a text of how you should live your life. No gambling, no drinking, no crazy sexual things, just things that are bad for you. The Quran says you're not allowed to do it because those.
Now, I don't know what she means by crazy sexual things, okay? Within a married couple, you can pretty much do whatever brings you both pleasure, for the most part, But I know they're into other things, but I just want to make that clear that, like, in Islam, it's not just like missionary, okay? You can enjoy yourself with your spouse, absolutely. Hi, Patty.
Those are things that actually make people ruin their lives, right? We all know that. Alcohol can ruin your life. Gambling can ruin your life. Cheating on your spouses can ruin your life, right? All kinds.
I figured that's what she meant, yeah. I didn't want to say.
It just became clear that this is the truth. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. And I've been watching a lot of videos. I've enrolled into the Muslim Academy,
okay,
which is great.
And I mean, okay. When I heard her say this, I listened to this last night. I was like, okay, she's for real. She's for real. The New Muslim Academy is a website. It's absolutely free of charge. Anyone who is a brand new Muslim, maybe you don't have a community of Muslims around you, as I don't physically. There's no one around me that's Muslim. But you learn better as part of your community. And New Muslim Academy does classes like self-study. They do like webinars and stuff where you can talk to other people. It is fantastic. And knowing that she signed up, she's taking the classes, and they're geared for new Muslims. So they're not going to throw all kinds of Arabic at you that you're just going to be like, I don't even know what they're talking about. They talk in very simple terms and just explain everything. So, I mean, when she said that, I said, oh, okay. This is a desire to learn, and this is curiosity. She wants to know more, and she realizes that she might be limited in her resources locally. So she signed up for New Muslim Academy, free of charge. Awesome.
You do courses online, very simple, by yourself. You can have one-on-ones if you want, if you have questions. I've been to the mosque here in Lachine. They've been super nice because I need to learn how to do more the wudu, which is the washing. I'm not going to do like Chantal. I'm never ever going to bring the camera into a mosque and show you the bathrooms and all that. That's not respectful at all.
But I mean, you don't want to film people in the bathroom, obviously. But like, I remember taking a picture of myself in a large mosque in a large city near me, where there was no one in there, just to show like the area for wudu, and it's to show people who've never been inside of a mosque or who have never been in that area. Like, what do you mean you go in there and wash yourself? Do they have showers? Like, how is it set up? And like, I take a picture, like, look, here's what it looks like. Okay, your curiosity is, now you know. I don't think that's a big deal as long as you're not getting anyone on camera.
But I need wudu, and I need to know how to do salah, the prayer, because that's very important as a Muslim, right? And I don't see how nobody can take 5 times a day. Everybody gets up from their couch to go get a glass of water maybe 5 times a day. Well, I can take a prayer for 5 times a day. They're not hour-long prayers, right? So I need to learn how to do that more. So what really convinced me, I believed in one God. I don't believe in idolizing anything else like crosses or anything like, or statues. And now I believe that Jesus was a prophet. Isa, he's called Isa. He was a prophet. And Muhammad was the last prophet that was sent down from Allah.
Okay, and in case you're curious, this is what one area in a mosque, what it might look like. This is one like a wudu area, and you just sit on the stool, and you can see in front of you there's a faucet, and so because we need to rinse our feet, our arms up to our elbows and behind our ears and over the head. So you just sit down here and you just have the water right in front of you. So you're not trying to stick your foot up into a sink and all of that. Like this is what it would look like in a mosque. This is one example of what it would look like. They do all different types of setups.
So that's really how I did it. Now, okay, I think I talked a long time about that. Can you have some background? I'm supportive. Is Nader still living with you? Serious question. Okay, I read that. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I remember. Are you safe, DeeDee? I'm concerned. I'm very safe. I'm very safe. Don't worry. This girl's got a good head on her shoulders. Well, I'm born yesterday. Guys, I'm 50 years old. Don't forget that.
Wow. Yeah.
Our McDonald's coffee isn't very good. It tastes bitter. Oh, really, Spirit? I guess I've been lucky. I don't know. Everyone I'm getting, it's like, But I put double. It depends on who's working there because sometimes they put too much and less. My picture's crooked in the back, eh? It doesn't matter. That's so cute. DeeDee very gently use it as very summary. Rumor on the street, if you wrote Nader's Take Time Away post on his channel, it had the classic emojis and I'm spacing. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest. I wrote it for him. I wrote a lot of things for him, you know. He's not really big in English, so I did.
So she's admitting that she wrote the community tab post for him, which we knew.
I wrote it for him. Wrote what he wanted me to write. Why did you break up? Can you talk louder? Can I talk louder? You don't hear me, guys? God, I'm right next to the thing. Let me see if I can put this up. No, it's at the max. Why did we break up? It's just been... It's different. I don't know, after a couple of years, I'm like, we want different things. He's still young. He's like 7 years younger than me still. And I've just been wanting like complete peace and no drama. And I mean, I love YouTube to a certain extent, but it was getting to a point where it was a bit too heavy. Like, I'm not going to spend my every day of my life thinking, concentrating, working on YouTube videos, YouTube. It was just getting too much for me a little bit, so I needed to take a step back. And, you know, he takes his YouTube very seriously, so I just said, you know what, maybe we just need to take a break. And we need to take a break. So that's what we did. I've been thinking about it for a while, so... Do you guys hear me? Do you hear me? I'm Christian, but I'm glad you found peace. I did, and like I said, I was Christian, Bobby. I was Catholic, but Catholic, like, never read really the Bible. Just did it because, like, my mom's Italian. Like, Italians are big on church, and it kind of saddens me when I see everybody in the States and everybody. They're such good people. They're Christian. They're, you know, what do you call those? When they're pastors and stuff, you know, a lot of them have big families and the pastors and the whole family, and it's like, they're good people, but it's not the truth.
Okay, so this is okay. We don't really judge necessarily. Well, I'll speak for myself, I guess, but I don't judge any other religion. Whatever path you find that's right for you, go on your path. Go on your path. As Muslims, we believe that we have brothers and sisters in Judaism and in Christianity. So, you know, saying that she has the truth where the Christians don't, I don't agree with that. I don't think necessarily that other Muslims would agree with that. We do say that these three religions are the people of the book and the Abrahamic religions, monotheistic, one God. So I don't have any problem. I mean, I was Christian myself. My family is Christian. I don't feel like their path is any less valid than mine at all. So I just want to make that clear. I don't, maybe she's being told that. I don't know. Maybe that's how she sees it for herself. But
And they need to learn more about the Quran. If you go see somebody who's Muslim, debates like the Muslim Lantern, there's another one, One Islam Foundation. His name is Sheikh Uthman. He has a lot of conversations with Christians, and the Christians can't answer a lot. Oh, there's Hamza's Den. He's good. He's an Englishman who became Muslim. Uthman, somebody.
I totally agree with you, Worshnefer, because she didn't connect with Christianity isn't an indictment of it. Right. It doesn't mean that it's not right or that it's wrong or, yeah, right. It just didn't resonate with her as much as this does, but that doesn't mean that Christianity is not the truth. I totally agree. Paw Patrol, thank you so much for gifting one Are You Serious membership. Thank you. Paw Patrol gifted Pink Stars a free membership. Pink Stars, if you're here right now, that's who gave you your membership. Paw Patrol, welcome to the nest. Welcome. And juror number 6 says, we have an old Arabic saying, everyone and their religion, may God help them. Right. To you is your religion and to mine is mine. Yep.
We lived on the streets, not lived on the streets, wasn't street gangs back in the day.
Okay, do we need to stop to acknowledge a passing? So Ozzy Osbourne has passed away? Let's see. Yeah, oh wow. 76 years old. Born December 3rd, 1948. He died surrounded by love, his family said in a statement to The Sun on Tuesday. It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. Excuse me. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Signed by Sharon, Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Louis. News of Osbourne's death comes more than 5 years after he announced his Parkinson's disease diagnosis in January 2020. Born John Michael Osbourne in Birmingham, England on December 3rd, 1948, he was first nicknamed Ozzy in primary school. He had a challenging childhood, but music provided him with an outlet. May he rest in peace. I wonder if King Cobra will do a tribute stream. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for Cobes. Make sure he's okay. Taking the crazy train home. Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner, yeah. Drowning. He got caught in a riptide in Costa Rica. Oh, Cutie Gamer Cat, I'm so sorry. It's all over Sky News. Oh. Yep, rest in peace, Ozzy. Love to his loved ones. Yep. Ozzy has been sick for a while now. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for Cobes. That's too bad. Well, my condolences with everyone who's a fan. That's always really shocking. Even at an advanced stage, it still can be shocking because they were, have such a legend in their work on this earth and his music and everything.
Did some really bad things, and when he saw his best friend getting murdered, he decided to do some researching, and he didn't grow up Muslim, and he became Muslim, and really good, intelligent men know what they're saying, and Christians every single video, Christians are just like running away or trying to avoid questions, or, because they don't have the answers. They can't answer what's going on in the Bible.
Grandpa Joe says, respecting and accepting our Kitabi brothers and sisters is an intrinsic part of being Muslim. And Kitabi are the people of the book. Kitab, the book. Right, respecting and accepting our Jewish brothers and sisters and our Christian brothers and sisters. Intrinsic part of being Muslim. Yes. So for DeeDee to, she doesn't need to criticize anyone else for her to be secure in her own beliefs. Like, I don't feel a need to criticize any other religion or belief because, I'm okay with what I believe. So, yeah. Hopefully she, comes to understand that.
Are you two still friends? Yeah, I mean,
Dr. Uncle, your mom passed away Sunday morning. I wonder if she's at the Endless Buffet with Ozzy. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Oh, imagine. Dr. Uncle, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, a lot of loss lately. Lost Tamale, I read it from, no, I never use, I really try not to ever use Wikipedia, certainly not for news. This was on the New York Times, and it said it was reported to The Sun, which is the British paper. Let me look at The Sun. Yeah, British. Let's go there and look. Yeah, it's on The Sun. Let me share my screen. No, I don't think Wikipedia has even been updated yet, actually. Here we go. So, Sun UK, it says, breaking, goodbye Ozzy. Black Sabbath singer Ozzy Osbourne tragically dies, age 76, weeks after touching final show amid Parkinson's battle. Your mom was your rock, your cheerleader, and number one fan all wrapped into one. That's awesome. Very fortunate to have a mother to be all those things for you. Yeah. Ozzy took to the stage for a final time with his bandmates just weeks ago at Villa Park in Birmingham. On July 5th. Wow. Let me make this larger. Yeah, Ozzy passed away. Yep. He could barely stand. Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah. The family. He was also known for his TV antics, including show The Osbournes with wife Sharon and kids Kelly and Jack. His daughter Kelly revealed that she is engaged to her boyfriend Sid Wilson at Ozzy's last show. At the last show. Hey, Baked Korean. We're actually, I'm sure you know, we're watching DeeDee. And I guess you had some advice for DeeDee, huh? He died surrounded by love, a statement from his family said on Tuesday night. The family said it is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Yeah. He was hilarious. Oh. Mm. I don't know about that, Miss T. I don't know about that. I think, actually I was, if you do go back to the beginning of my stream here, I'll take Ozzy off the screen while we're discussing this. What I was saying is that basically, right? I believe what I believe, and everyone has their beliefs, and whatever path they choose for themselves is what they feel is best for them. And, I certainly don't judge whatever path someone chooses, because that's not me, it's them, And I think when someone does make such a huge decision to change religions, I know that she has put a lot of thought into it. And if you watched her video, if you watched this part of the live stream, you can see, I think, that she has definitely done a lot of learning about the religion. A lot of thought has been put into it. And it seems to have brought her some peace. And if she is ending her relationship with Nader for good, then I think that that's a benefit. That's a plus. Whether Islam is responsible for that or not, her getting out of a domestic violence situation is the most important thing by far. And if she decides to go back to Catholicism, that's fine. That's fine. I think as long as she can get away from Nader for good, I think that's what's best. That's what's best. And it can be very difficult for DV survivors to leave once and for all. So I hope that that is her outcome. And the sources that you gave, though, is kind of more of the issue, Baked Korean, that they're very Islamophobic channels that you recommended that she watch. So they weren't just like Christian channels, they were anti-Islam channels. And they are very hateful. So I understand wanting to encourage her to reconsider Christianity or Catholicism or whatever, or something else. But I think giving her resources to look at that are specifically slamming the religion that she is leaning towards or that she has accepted isn't going to be effective. It's not an effective way to get someone to think about the religion that they're choosing. And watching those Islamophobic channels yourself, you seem very familiar with them, makes me wonder why you're coming in here. Liz says, Sharon has been with that crazy man even to his final days, ups, downs, crazy trains, and all. Keep Amy, Kelly, Jack, and his whole family in mind. Absolutely. Thank you, Liz. Yeah. Yeah. God rest his soul. Thank you, Liz. Cobes is still asleep. Does he still have a YouTube channel, or was it taken down? We'll definitely have to keep an eye out. Grindy44 says, in a few weeks I've learned about gin, soft bird fashion show, and was in Hurricane Foodie. You never know what you're going to get over here, truly. Okay, let's get back to DeeDee.
Normally when I break up with somebody, I'm more like a need to take some time apart, you know? It's just more healthy. For me, I just think it's more healthy that way. Some people are good at doing that. Me, no, I need to be alone for a little bit. Do you have any advice for dealing with grief after mother passing? Why, Feindel? That's a hard one. That's a very hard one. I don't even think I dealt with mine yet, to be honest. I tend to push it back because it happened too fast for me. So I do plan on seeking therapy for myself in regards to that, because losing a mother is very hard, you know? So if I start talking about it, I'm going to start crying. So,
And to Aldwich's comment earlier on, I think, you know, there's definitely something to this where it doesn't sound like she has started to grieve her mother, that she is pushing it away and not ready to deal with it, but realizing that she might need some help with the grief process. You know, never be afraid to seek help, because it is a hell of a process to go through. And there are stages, yes, but you can go through them at different times and go back through them at different times. And it's just, you know, it takes a toll on a person, as most of you know. So I think knowing that she would like to go to therapy and get some of that straightened out, I think, you know, and truly grieve and process the loss, because it's huge. And, you know, and leaving her partner, and whether he's in jail or whatever the reason for the separation actually is, she's going through a lot of life changes. So she might be looking for an anchor, which could be Islam, but I agree with Aldwich that it's probably not the best time to be making life-altering decisions. Wait until things are stable. So she may end up reverting back to Christianity or Catholicism, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Maybe she needs this as a comfort right now. I don't know. The fact that she's realizing that is amazing. Sometimes it takes people years to get to that point. Absolutely. Good for her. Yep. Absolutely, Grandpa Joe. I agree. Yep. If she did leave him, I'm sure she hasn't realized yet the trauma she endured. Absolutely, legal egg. Yes. Good for her to seek help. I agree, Dax. Yep. Big Korean says, yes, I agree, and I deleted my comment. I gave terrible examples, and I'm not a fan of those channels. Why would you recommend those? Specifically, like, I'm sure there are some Christian YouTube channels that are really inspiring and uplifting and help to reinforce your faith. I think there's probably channels for every faith on YouTube that do that. So why not recommend one of those if you want to push Christianity back onto her? Recommend one of those channels, not an anti-Islam, hateful, Islamophobic two channels, anti-apostate channels. So that was just interesting to see. And if you do watch those and you are familiar with those, then I'm wondering why you're here again.
every day is, you know, they say time heals all wounds. Okay, it does, but it still can hurt. So if you need to talk, if you have people around you can talk to, great. But I know I need to talk to a professional about all that, because I just feel I just haven't dealt with it yet. I haven't had time, you know. Natter took a lot of my time.
I'll bet he did. That's
You
awesome,
seem
different
happy.
Sage.
I am. I really am. Listen, I was single for.
It's not the fact that he posted those. That's only half of it, that he posted those as examples. If he actively watches hateful anti-Islam channels in order to be able to recommend them off the top of his head, again, it makes me wonder why he's here. Because you would really have to really hate Islam to be a fan of those channels. Truly.
I'm not the type that went from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend.
No, they're not
to
Gorbal
boyfriend that can't
channels,
live
no.
alone, right? I was an independent, single, career-oriented woman for most of my life, you know? So being alone, actually, and I'm an Aries, and Aries needs their space. And Libra, or Natter, was more like tip to hip. Like I would say, I want to go for a walk or I want to go to the mall, or okay, I'll come with you. Like, you don't have to, but you wanted to. Like,
Listen, okay? Listen. You have no idea what I've put up with on this channel, okay? On my other channels, I never told anyone that I'm Muslim, so I didn't have to deal with it. I know what I see when I see it, okay? No one has to tell me to forget about it because of this or because of that, or you don't have to make excuses for people that you don't even know. You don't have to do that.
no, you don't get it. I need to be alone sometimes. Aries is big on that, very big. We need our space. We need it to recharge our batteries, you know? But he didn't get that. So that's another reason, maybe part of the reason where I was like, wait a second. Is Natter homeless beasing? No, I doubt he's.
Liz says, read my comment, AYS. Okay, Liz. I think a rule of thumb is not to recommend channels outside of the community you are actively watching in, or if a creator sends you to a channel that supports them, as how I got here. Rule of thumb is not to recommend channels outside of, or if a creator sends you to a channel that supports them. But I no longer support that channel, Liz, just so you're aware. I want to be like completely transparent about that. I don't support that channel any longer because of this same issue, this same exact issue. Just so you know. I just want to be upfront with you in case you didn't already know that. But, you know, DeeDee is specifically talking about her religion in this live stream. So, you know, I think like recommending religious, you know, yeah, you're welcome. And I understand if you don't want to stay here still. I totally, believe me, it is 100% okay with me, and I will never hold anything against you because, you know, there's no reason to. So don't feel bad if you decide not to come back. I understand. I love to have you here, and I think you add a lot to the chat, but I understand hearing this news may not be, you know, may not be okay with you. So I just want you to know it's okay if you decide not to come back. I'm not going to be upset, okay? Do Muslims believe in star signs? No, but I mean, there's kind of something to them. But no, officially no. And, you know, I can tell you what Muslims believe and our beliefs, and I can also tell you what I think. They're going to be different sometimes. They're going to be different. So it is haram. It is. It is. Tina T says, read my comment, AYS. Okay. The nest is the best. Is that what it was? I think that was it, huh? Okay. I think so. Thank you, Tina T. I don't know if that was it. But yeah, DeeDee actually goes on to say, and he may have just mentioned it. Maybe that's why you brought it up. I don't think I was really listening to her. Tarot is also haram. You can't, no, tarot's not okay either. But she says that she's an Aries and that Natter's a Libra. Okay. Well, guess who else is an Aries? Okay, Chantal. But guess who's also a Libra? Salah. Okay. You're a Leo and you fit the descriptions? Yeah. I mean, yeah, my whole chart is me to a T. Are we supposed to believe in it? No. Does it make sense sometimes? It does, but it's not something to go by. We're not going to look up, okay, what is an Aries with the moon in Libra? What's going to happen for them next week or next month? No. But I mean, the characteristics are undeniable, I think. Says, I did wonder, as she was always going on about ascending signs, sounds like she really believes in it. I mean, I don't look more into it than what it is, but to me, it's undeniable that a lot of it makes sense. But anything that's divination is not allowed in Islam. Anything that's like fortune telling, no matter what the method is, like astrological planets aligning, or tarot cards, oracle cards, psychics, all that kind of stuff. Now, do I have some psychic talent, intuition, feelings, skill? I do. But I don't try to tell people what their future is going to be, you know? So, okay.
Homeless. He's been through a lot in his life, you know?
My dog wants to go
It's not the first
out.
breakup that he's been through, too.
I'm going to have you on the phone with me. I'll be
I
right
will.
back.
He's not living on the streets, guys. Better now? Yeah, for sure, I would say so. I hope you enjoy it. I will, thank you. Did Natter want to break up? No. It's me more. It's more me. It comes in waves, sometimes strong, sometimes less. Yep, that's right, Bobby. Losing a mother is very, 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 very hard. Because your mom is the only one, no matter what you do in life. Like right now. Just right now. It would be nice to pick up the phone and call my mom, you know? Because me and my mother, we had that kind of relationship. Let yourself feel the pain. Let yourself cry. I know, I do, Bobby, but I didn't come on live here to start crying. I don't want to do that. Love yourself and enjoy your freedom. Thank you, Denise. Do you blame Natter to the loss of your old job? I don't blame Natter for any of that, guys. I mean, I'm an adult. At the end of the day, I'm the one, and he didn't put a gun in my head and say, hey, you're going to do this. So at the end of the day, I made the decisions that I made. So I have to take responsibility for it. And it's not because of, there's a lot more that went on, you know, when I lost my job. To be quite honest with you, the one that I had for 30 years, my company had been bought out by another company in 2017. And I didn't like the direction it was going. It was an American company that bought our private company, and office politics and all that, you know. I don't work well with fake people, and it just wasn't going well anyway. I mean, I didn't want it to end the way it did, but it was heading that way, I guess, you know. But you know, when you're so used to living or working at the same job since I was 19, so I'm like, it was scary for me to try and find another job. To me, it's like, no. Then I was forced to, and I did, and that worked out well. Then my mother passed away, and I needed some time off. I'm still taking time off, but I plan now on going back into the workforce now. I just feel like it's enough time, and I love working. Like, to me, having a desk and organize and writing things all day and computer, like, I like that. That's me. That's me. Do you blame Natter for the loss of your old job? Okay, I get it. I'm Scorpio. My mother was Scorpio, Bobby. We had a pretty... So, I'm an Aries. Aries, like, what would they say? Sun sign Aries.
Like Chantal.
Moon Aries. And my rising sign is actually Libra. And my mother's a Scorpio. Very strong character. My brother's a Leo, which is another fire sign. And my father was a Pisces. So he was the quietest one, I guess, of the bunch. I miss cooking videos. Oh, they're gonna come now. They're gonna come. Actually, I'm watching this girl on YouTube. Maybe I'll put it down in the description. What's her name? Acre Homestead, like Acre, ACRE Homestead.
Okay, I'm just going to go
She's
through
making
her.
these.
I'm going to go through her transcript and see when she brings it up again, because it is a 3-hour live stream and she doesn't talk about it the whole time. So we're going to go to the next portion. Looks like about 33 minutes in. Okay. Oh, and she talks about hijab eventually here.
Oh, to wear the hijab, you mean? Well, you don't have to do anything, but I mean, like, if you do read the Quran and if you do want to, you know, respect the Quran and do what Allah says and all the deeds, and, you know, wearing the hijab is one of the things. But it's not the type of thing like, you know, when I get to the day of judgment, it's not going to be like, you never wore the hijab, you're not. It's not going to be like that. But who knows? I'd like to try it. But for the right reasons, not because of like what Chantal is doing. You know, I was doing on TikTok, they have these little tests about knowing your knowledge about Islam. And I'm like, God, I wish I could do this with her, because I bet you she knows nothing. And it pisses me off. Just like Abada, sorry if I'm saying her name wrong, was saying. It's frustrating to see someone who's not taking the religious seriously. You know, just wearing the hijab And saying Alhamdulillah or Mashallah is not mean.
This is not about Chantal, okay? This is not about Chantal. It's not right. Middle of nowhere. Oh, here we go. That's the truth. It's a competition. Exactly. This is not a competition. This, I mean, yeah. I mean, no, yeah, no. No, we don't do this. No. No, like taking a test on your knowledge of Islam. She wants to take the test with Chantal and see who wins. Yeah, no, that is not the point of any of this at all. So, who can be the better Muslim, right, Miss T? And in some ways, okay, believe it or not, okay, I have told, and I'm being 100% serious about this. I don't wear hijab on a daily basis, okay? I shouldn't even be telling you about that because you don't see me, and I could very well just like skim over the question and just, yeah, whatever. But I am telling you that. But I tell you this for a reason. One of the reasons is that if you're a regular on my channel, you basically know me. Like, I'm myself here. I'm not pretending to be anything that I'm not. I'm not putting on anything. And I don't wear hijab. And I'm Muslim, okay? Chantal does wear hijab, okay? And if you want to go line by line of which one of these obligations are you fulfilling, Chantal beats me in that area. She beats me in that area. So what does that tell you? That the line by line doesn't mean a whole lot, okay? Like, we each individually in our belief have to answer to God for everything. I will have to answer to God for not wearing hijab on a daily basis. Chantal will not. She'll have to answer for other things. So we don't compare against who's a better Muslim, who does this, who does that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And if you're just looking at, how much of Islam do you know, question by question, that really, it's, do you get what I'm saying? Like, she wears hijab and I don't. She's got one up on me. Okay? Is Chantal, okay? And you can take it from there. Okay? It does say to wear one. Yes, we are required to wear one. Yes. Is hijab more cultural than religious? No, it is not. Can't a woman be modest without one? Yes. I dress very modestly. I wear long sleeves in the summer. I wear long pants and long dresses. And I dress modestly for sure. But I don't wear hijab. And I have my reasons for that. I do wear one when I go to the mosque, absolutely. Yep. So okay, so this comparing, let's take a test and see, is not the spirit, okay? It's just not the spirit. And it really doesn't say who's the better Muslim anyway. It just doesn't, so.
You're a true Muslim, right? I seriously doubt she prays. She's got a husband who could teach her.
It's not your business.
Never mind. He thinks he's God, so he's no longer even part of the...
You can't say that, okay? Now, I mean, some will disagree with me on that. A lot of people will disagree with me on that. I don't feel that it's up to me to judge on anybody who's a Muslim and who's not. It's not my place to do that. We say that you never know what's in a person's heart. I mean, I think if once you get to know a person enough, you might kind of know what's in their heart, right? But it's still not up to me I'm not the judge. I'm not even on the jury. I'm in the peanut gallery. I'm in the gallery just listening. That's it. So, we can't, we don't do this to each other. At least in my madhab and in my sect, we don't do this to each other. So I wish she could. I would like to see from DeeDee, and I don't want to discourage her in any way at all, especially with staying away from Nader. That's the most important thing right now, in my opinion. 100%. But I would like, if she is going to continue to learn about Islam and to embrace it, I would encourage her to make that be all about her and only about her. Because it really doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. Because when she knows On the day of judgment, it is going to be all about her. She doesn't have to answer for Chantal. She doesn't have to answer for AYS. She has to answer for herself. And the same for me. What Medheb? Meliki. Shout out here. Meliki. Yeah.
Religion. Enough about them. I'm telling you. But she's not a true Muslim, that's for sure. So please go and tell her that. Tell her DeeDee's told her that. Or go and ask her if she'd like the challenge, because I would love to do a challenge with her.
Yeah, let's not.
Are you in outpatient? What's that, James? You can still be a Muslim and wear your own clothes or hair free like they do. Yes, of course you can. But I'm just curious. I was watching these YouTube videos too where they pick random women off the street and ask them, do you want to try and wear an hijab? And they put on these beautiful hijabs, like beautiful material, beautiful thing, And then the girls look at themselves in the mirror and they're like shocked in a good way. So I'd like to try it one time. I'm not saying that it was for me because I don't like being the center of attention. So I don't like when people would look at me and stuff like that.
It does draw a lot of attention.
Maybe it would be the opposite.
Depending where you are. If she was in Egypt, as a blonde, I was blonde in Egypt, walking around, you're going to be far less conspicuous wearing hijab. You're not going to stand out at all. But where she lives and where I live, in hijab, you stand out way, way more. Way more. Hijab is not makeup. Are you wrong? What do you mean by that? Hijab is the total modesty. So it's not only just the headscarf, but also your manner of dress and your behavior is hijab. But colloquially, we refer to it as the headscarf for hijab. You've been thinking about picking a medheb shadow hair. Interesting. Very interesting. I love looking at all the differences in the medheb. I really do.
Maybe. My dad, I told my partner day one, love me, love my violent alcohol rages. Depends how violent your alcohol rages are there, Lana Del Rafe. Because some of them, too much, My dad was a drunk and he spent our time in and out of women's shelters. Oh, bad drunk, Bobby. Okay. No, my dad, like I said, it happened one time and it wasn't even like physical. It wasn't physical to physical. It was him damaging property in the house, But that was scary enough because I'd never seen my father do that.
Yeah, it does run in the family for her. Yeah. Let me see what the next relevant timestamp is, because she does talk some about other things. So it looks like the next time is like over 2 hour point. So let's go there. Yeah, I have not looked at Nader's charges myself. I'm leaving that to the Canadian reactors and channels, and because I don't know anything about the Canadian legal system or how to look things up or what things mean. So I trust that they're going to take care of that. I really don't know. I don't know.
No, it's not going to work. Listen, I won my bet. I said that she was going to not be with Salah. So when she came back to Canada, I was like, see, I told you, but it's still not over. 2025. I said, by the end of 2025, they're not together anymore. There's no...
Okay. Celeste, yes, a question with all respect. I'm asking, why are men not asked to covered? They are. I'm truly interested and truly mean no disrespect. I understand. Yeah, it's a good question. It is a good question. Like, why don't the men have to cover their hair? It's a valid question. Men do have hijab, but it's a different area of the body that has to be covered. It's from the belly button to the knees must be covered. So no banana hammocks at the pool. Yep, they're Aura. Thank you, Faiza. Is it Faiza? Faiza. Yeah, so they have their own thing, but it's just a different area of the body.
Nothing there. You know how much she used to call me Grandma DeeDee and stuff? Like, she's got a 10 or 11 year difference.
That's a banana hammock?
Me and Nader was like 7. Actually, all my previous boyfriends,
Eggplant
except for the one
hammock.
who passed away, they were all exactly 7 years younger than me. Thank you, Living the Good Life. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not sure if that's a super sticker or I think it's just a super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. She's a stalker. Yeah, well, I don't know if she is now. she needs to really know what it is to be a Muslim wife. And he needs to know what it is to be a Muslim man. Because some men, just because they're born Muslim within their family and stuff, doesn't mean that they understand Islam. It doesn't mean that they're practicing properly. Even with Nader, I'll admit it. I was telling him, like, because I'm taking it seriously. So there's things that are going to change in our life, whether you like it or not. Maybe that's one of the reasons too, where I decided, like, I'm really taking this seriously. I want to pray 5 times a day. I want to do the right thing. I want to surround myself with people that are good, that are not going to lead me to, a wrong path. Like, I'm 50. We're on this life as a test. Once you become Muslim, when you do your Shahada, anything that happened before you is erased. So it's like you're brand new. Like, you are brand new and you get to live a life now. You're going to show, Allah, any good deeds. Listen, it works. I've been reading the Quran. I cry often because it's so beautiful. And things that be nice to your neighbors. I went to the McDonald's. I saw a man sitting down on the ground asking for money. I didn't have cash on me, but I bought 2 extra cheeseburgers and I gave them to him. I was walking down the street back home. I saw 2 empty bottles of just trash on the street. I picked them up. I put them in the garbage. All these little things that people probably do normally, but these are all good things. And the more you read about Allah, and the more you read about the Quran, the more you're like, oh my God, I feel like I want to do this. You feel motivated. You feel so special. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't necessarily feel special, but and charity is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. So I just feel excited even talking about it. I don't know why, but and it doesn't have to be money. It does not have to be money. One of an act of charity that you can do every single day is smile at someone. Just smiling. Another example that's given is to remove something that's blocking the road. So, like, let's say like a big branch falls in the road. You pull over your car and you pull it off the road. So cars driving past it aren't gonna damage the undercarriage of their vehicle. Things like that. Picking up something like litter, like she's saying. Buying someone, a snack that seems hungry. And it doesn't have to necessarily be for the guy standing on the median strip. You might have a friend that forgot her lunch that day and doesn't, maybe she had a horrible day, forgot her lunch and her wallet at home. Like, buy her lunch and no, you don't have to pay me back. Like, it's cool, just let me do it. No big deal. And regular good people do that stuff all the time. It's obviously not just Muslims. But in our faith, we get rewarded for those little things. Like, they all add up. So I like that she recognizes that. Like, and I'm just going to say Chantal, because we will be talking about Chantal next. When we hear Chantal talking about charity, it comes off very differently. And we are going to hear her talk next. And you will see, this is why I wanted to show DeeDee first. You're going to see the difference even more so, I think, now. But she gets joy in her heart. Like, yeah, I bought him a couple of burgers. I picked up these things, picked up some litter just to beautify our planet. Even just the smallest little thing, that's wonderful. Taya, I'm getting to your questions. I am pausing on some of your questions so I can make sure to answer them. Taya Hansita says, real question. It's freaking hot in the desert. Yep. Surely at one time is okay if it's too hot to handle, or if it's too hot, women are told to go to a safe spot to unveil. Many things about that, Teyansita. I found, now I was not Muslim the whole time I was in Egypt. I didn't revert until after I returned to the States and my relationship was over. So it was a very inconvenient time to be like, I think I'm doing this. Like, it would have been a lot easier to do it there and with a Muslim, But yeah, I like to do things the hard way, I guess. But not being Muslim in Egypt, he would buy me scarves from time to time to wear, 'cause especially after the revolution. The first time I wore hijab was during the revolution, going out to a grocery store. He was like, you got to cover that hair, because I had like bright blonde hair. And I was shocked to find that whenever I did wear a scarf, I felt cooler I have no idea. I have no idea what that's about. Because, I'd have my hair in a ponytail or I'd have it up in a bun or something. But putting a scarf on, it just felt cooler. I don't know why. And I remember being at the track, go to it like, Grandpa Joe might know about this, the shooting clubs. We'd go to the shooting club and then, I'd be walking on the track or running on the track. And I remember it was the middle of the day and it was well over 100 degrees. And there was a woman on the track. I was dying, okay? And I'm not wearing a scarf. I'm wearing my regular workout clothes because it's a private club. You don't have to be super conservative inside the club. And this woman dressed head to toe, I mean, fully covered. It didn't even look like breathable workout clothes, and a hijab, running. And she ran right past me. I was like, oh my God. And I said to my former partner, I was like, oh, what? And he's like, yeah, women, like, she's probably acclimated, sure. But like, some women, it's like a blessing for them that it's not, she may be, she may be looking like it's not that bad. Maybe it is, or maybe it truly isn't that bad for her. It's just like something that it can be a blessing for it to actually feel better. It's weird. And wearing the black abaya, if you're wearing it properly, where it's not clinging to every lump and bump and curve. If you're wearing a properly fitted abaya, it flows around you. It just like flows around you. If you think of like a caftan, I'm wearing a caftan right now. It's very flowy. You can't make out anything when you see me walking. I mean, nothing. But you know what's getting underneath? Air. All the air as I'm walking. So you feel cool when you're walking around in a well-fitted abaya because it's just flowing and flowing all around you. You got air circulating all over the place. Now, if you're like having heat exhaustion, yes, absolutely. Go to a private place. It doesn't even have to be private as long as there's no men that you're unrelated to there. Yeah, take off your scarf. Roll up your sleeves, maybe take off your outer layer if you got a tank top on underneath. Like, I worked for an Islamic school when I was in Egypt, and I worked for a couple of schools. This one was an Islamic school, and the teachers in the summer, all the women were in the library doing our lesson planning and all of that stuff. And the male teachers and the male staff were in another area of the building altogether. So we could go in there, we'd close the door, all the women would take their scarves off, and you just, it was the best. And I wasn't even wearing a headscarf, but I felt far more comfortable. I didn't have to worry about a guy just walking in. I didn't have to worry about how I was holding myself, how I was sitting. You could just literally relax like you were chilling at home with your family because you don't have to be on guard of a strange man coming in and like, maybe finding you in a not so flattering position or something that might, attract him or something, because they're going to knock. They don't just open the door, they'll knock. Everyone puts their scarves back on and he waits for everyone to say okay, and then he comes in. And then he leaves and you take it all off again. So there are absolutely all kinds of ways to deal with the heat. All kinds. That's a very good question. Because Chantal looks hot. Well, she's not only hot, she's sweating all of the time. And the clothing that she's wearing, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like she's putting herself through a self-imposed suffering with this clothing. She went to Canada and came, like last time, before this time, and came back with a bunch of sweater dresses. Like, what? You're in Kuwait. What are you wearing? What are you doing? You're wearing all polyester sweater knits? How about some linen? How about some cotton linen blends? Like, that's still mostly what I wear here in the summer because I'm fully clothed, but I'm not hot. Everything's very, very lightweight and, I'm not hot. So we see her in the heat, sweating, miserable, and she's doing that to herself. She 100% is. She can easily have things, especially in Kuwait, could have had things made for her by a tailor that would have been perfectly fitted properly, and be cool. But, whatever. She'd rather wear sweaters from Canada. I don't get it. So, I don't know. You guys you always have really good questions. You always do. who are the ones who wear the turbans. You might be thinking of Sikhism. Sikh, that might be. Are they told to grow beards? Facial hair is also significant. Yeah, Muslim men should have beards. Now, to what extent? It depends. It depends. It depends on the level of faith. It depends on the level of practice. Some men will have a beard that just goes and goes and goes, and they think like the bigger, the bushier the beard, the more religious maybe. But, men that I've known, like in my family in Egypt and my ex, like very minimal facial hair. But you don't have to have a mustache. She'll be jealous if DeeDee starts comparing what she knows about it. Well, that's why I think, because Chantal did this upcoming stream after DeeDee did this. And I am wondering, why did she even start talking about it? I don't know. You feel like this is a troll to piss Chantal off? I mean, it certainly could be, Snick. It could be. I feel like she has absolutely investigated it. At least investigated it. Of far more than Chantal has. She's attending classes at New Muslim Academy online. They're going to set her up. She'll be fine. I should take a couple classes there. Really. I really should. Can a devout Muslim woman choose not to wear hijab? Because I've seen quite a few that follow Islam but don't wear hijab or abaya. You don't have to wear an abaya. As long as you're dressed conservatively. No, we are supposed to wear hijab. A head covering. And I don't. So I'm going to have to answer for that. But there are lots of women who don't. Lots of women who do, So I guess we could say it's a personal choice, but most of us do believe that it is required. I was happy at first that DeeDee kicked him out and found Islam. Now I'm wondering if it's a farce. Yeah, corn chowder, all of that remains to be seen. She might be streaming with him next week, for all we know. We don't know. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I think we're towards the end of what she's addressing here. I'm going to continue to go through your comments.
But it really is true. You should marry a Muslim man from the Middle East. Well, actually, now that I am Muslim women are supposed to marry Muslim men only, right? Where the other way around is allowed. A Muslim man doesn't have to marry a Muslim woman. But let me tell ya, I am not ready at all for that. I want my freedom. I need my freedom for a while. I need to have me and God. That's who I want to be in a serious relationship right now. I know people hate Chantal with a passion, but I see her upbringings and I see someone on a desperate search to find what she did get as a child. Yeah, but she can be a bitch too. She can do things for other people that shouldn't do. The things she said about me, the things she said about my mom, the way she doxed me, doxed my mom, doxed my number, doxed my address, doxed my mother's address, said that she didn't give a shit about my mother, like all vile things. Like, I've been drunk in my life, but I've never said stuff like that. Like, there's still a limit to what you say, She made a video after her trip to Cuba to apologize about everything. But I didn't take it really sincerely because you could tell. I can tell when somebody's being sincere and genuine. I got that gift. And she wasn't. Right? She can't be. Got you fired. Well, she didn't actually get me fired. It's not just her. Like, it's not her, but it's everybody. That, of course, she had a big following, so she would encourage her people to do things and send things to my workplace. So yeah, I guess you could say. But as I said, I was not happy since the company bought out my old company. So Everything happens for a reason. I can hear someone in the background. Multi-medical condition. Yeah, trouble, Mike. What are you hearing? Here, let me put this down. There. Let me know if you hear anything. There's the wind outside. That's just the blinds.
Okay. There is one other part. She does address the Sam's Bar Lounge video. She does. And you might have already heard it, or I might have skipped over it. I'm not sure. But if you are fairly new to the community, the Sam's Bar Lounge video is a video. Someone was FaceTiming with Nader, and they screen recorded it and uploaded it and gave it to the channel called Sam's Bar Lounge, allegedly. Okay. In the video, Nader is very angry with DeeDee, and he legitimately, absolutely, you can hear it, assaults her. Okay. Assaulted her, hit her. And she's crying, and she calls out for her dad. It is absolutely heartbreaking. Now, is DeeDee the best person ever? No. She said some, I mean, the thing she said about Gary Unfiltered, I was in the community. I don't think I had a channel then, but I was here for that. And I remember just being like, wow, that's a whole other story, but it was really egregious for anyone to say anything like what she did. Okay. So, am I a big fan of DeeDee? Absolutely not. But hearing her call out for her dad when she's getting hit by a man, it was heartbreaking. So someone in the chat is asking about the video.
You're very compatible with Leo men, but an Aries woman, friendship with a Leo woman, were very strong characters. Like the ones I have in my life, Leo women, I tend to... DeeDee, can you now tell the truth about the scary video of Nader slapping you? No. I think it's been what now? 3 years. Listen. And you guys are gonna say, or you can, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm sure you all have a story of where alcohol is involved, and a lot of alcohol was involved that night. I drank a lot. And since then, I stopped. Like, I stopped drinking the amount that I drank that night. Because it was a fight between a couple. I was very drunk, and so was he. And I'm sorry, like, I can even say my parents had a fight like that once when we were younger, due to alcohol. And my father, and I'm not kidding, after that day, never touched a glass of alcohol again. And that's it. So, as I was saying before, alcohol is bad. Alcohol can break families. Alcohol can do a lot of things. Some people are really good at holding their alcohol and not doing, but some others, my mother used to drink sometimes, and it would bring the worst out of her. I used to say, like, I love you when you're like this, because my mother was the type, like, cook all week, make great meals. She would knit, she would cook, she would craft, she would take care of us. But when she bought her case of 2-4, she became another person. Like, she could be drunk at a bar. Listen to this. Go to the bar. She knows everybody in Lachine. She knew everybody. She grew up here. Her parents grew up here. She was known as the grandmother of the bar, But she could go up to anybody when she's really drunk, any guy, and just go, I think that you're a homosexual. Like, Mommy, you don't do that. That was my mom. Then the next day, like, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. Anyway, she's very lucky nothing bad happened to her, but they all knew her.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So, yeah, she said she was drunk. Okay. That doesn't mean that it's okay for you to be hit. Doesn't mean that you were asking to be hit. Obviously, I don't think I need to, say all of that. I think we all understand that. So, there's that. Okay, so that's the end of DeeDee's portion of today's video. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back up quickly before we head into Chantal, which I do have the edited version with the fan noise taken out. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'll just ask you right now, go ahead and hit the like button if you appreciate the fan noise being removed. You're welcome. Okay. All right. Oh, let's see. I think there were just a couple more, maybe. Yeah, Cutie Gamer Cat, I tend to agree with you here. I am sus on this now. Like, I'm the reason for becoming this and saying Foodie Beauty is bad at it. I will be better. That is not what it's about. It's definitely not a competition. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that should not be the focus. And yeah, maybe just because she's on YouTube right now, live streaming, and people are asking, maybe that's why she's thinking of it. Hopefully she doesn't think of it in that way any other time. I don't know. Charity can be acts of kindness. Absolutely. Yep. You put away your grocery carts. See? There you go. And Liz says, this may be in defense of DeeDee, but as someone who survived a horrific DV situation, it took a while for me to admit even to myself what happened, let alone hold him accountable versus blame myself for it. 100%. Of course. It's extremely traumatic. And, a lot of, strong women, we don't want to admit that we were victims at some point. It's like anything but being a victim. I will accept this about myself, but a victim, never. And sometimes that keeps you in denial as to what actually happened. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah. Teonsita, I totally want to hear what you have to say. Okay, I need you to explain to me how she never finished the Quran. I don't know. I don't have those answers. You love the fan noise? Okay. I'll keep both versions on hand. Yeah, that fan noise is the Syrian version of the Casio. Truly. Except it lasts longer. Awful. Yeah, hopefully she can unpack that in therapy. Yeah, just Jamie. Totally. Yep. She's so defensive of Nader, but so full of anger for Chantal and others in Girl World. True, dirty dog. Yeah. She's got a lot of healing to do. Middle of Nowhere says, I spent 10 years with an abusive narcissist. When you're in it, you are befuddled. It's confusing. It can be very confusing. Yeah. When we overly identify with a person, we can start to apply our own values and beliefs onto them, even though they aren't proving any of that. That is so true. Projection is a real thing. It's a real thing. And I've even been learning about it within parasocial relationships. Like, people do project onto parasocial, whoever they see, a celebrity, a live streamer, a member of a band or something, like projecting things onto them that aren't them, and then get disappointed when they don't live up to that they aren't anyway. Yeah. But I think it's also, I see you guys saying you're survivors. That is true. You're a survivor if you have accepted what happened and you have healed from it and you were able to move on. That is surviving. But I don't think we go, my opinion, and having been through many years of therapy, I don't think that we go from having the experience to suddenly being a survivor. I think admitting that you were a victim of something, and the word is very emotionally charged. And trust me, I've done my own bullshit to myself, not wanting to admit that I was a victim at one point. Like, put a lot of blame onto myself where it didn't belong, because anything not to be a victim. And that's even more damaging. You got to go through it first in order to survive it. Last one before I take the minion shopping. Okay, Liz. My therapist helped me. There's a difference between victim and survivor. Oh, thank you. This is perfect. A victim cannot move on while a survivor does and gets stronger. I'm a survivor. Thank you for that. That's so true. That's so true. That is so true. That is so true. Thank you for that. And have a great time shopping, Liz. Thank you. Your childhood best friend is a narcissist. Didn't realize how abusive she was until adulthood. Yeah. Oh, isn't that amazing when you look back at some things? I remember on a school bus, once I learned about triangulation as an adult, I was like, that's what that girl was doing on the school bus in junior high school. She was triangulating me. And then it made me look at it totally differently. I was like, wow, that could have been anyone. It didn't have to be me. It could have been anyone. Didn't even, I wasn't even... Yeah. Yep. You forgave and moved forward, Jobin? Okay. Very difficult to heal without therapy. Baked Korean, it's not always easy to afford or find therapy. That's so true. Very true. Larcana says, my counselor helped me so much, just giving me space to tell my story. That cannot be overstated, I feel, especially with trauma. It's so true. Some things you go through, people don't want to hear the story because it can actually, what do they call that? I don't know, I forget the word for it, but it's like the person becomes traumatized just by hearing your trauma story. And most people are not equipped for that. You shouldn't, and that's why trauma dumping should be avoided at all costs, because you don't know where someone is emotionally, whether they can handle that or not. And you check in with them and see, can you handle me telling you something? And hopefully they're honest with you and tell you whether they can or not. But vicarious trauma, so if you go something that is, bad, with a capital B, I guess. Sometimes just having someone, I totally agree, having someone just listen to you tell the story from beginning to end can be so healing and helpful. It can be everything. I feel like one situation in my life, I could have healed from it easier and faster if I had someone who would just let me get the story out, but no one would. And I understand why, but I really had to look for someone that would just let me tell it. DeeDee subjecting her mother to nada is not something a good daughter does. Yeah. Yep. I mean, the haircut, the showering, all that stuff. Yeah. Yep. Therapy is great. That said, it can take time to find the right therapist. You're absolutely right, Neon Light. Absolutely. Yeah. You get it. Yeah. And even one that you've resonated with for years and that you've always you feel like they get you. Sometimes you go through a new thing and it may not still be the right therapist for you. It's that happens too. If you can't share trauma with a friend, you can't afford a therapist, you have to keep inside or tell God. Yeah. You went to a trauma specialist and I got sort of hypnotized to tell my story. Yeah. It helped me get it out without breaking down. Yeah. That's good. Your ex-BFF was a selfish witch and legit said anytime I opened my mouth, I was trauma dumping. I was not. I was just venting, but they gaslit me the entire friendship and weaponized therapy talk. Ugh, that sounds awful. That sounds awful. The visual on the screen right now, it kind of represents what we're talking about. Different perspectives change the color. Yeah, some victims become perpetrators due to their trauma. So true. That is so true. Sometimes the abused become the abusers. Some remain victims. I like that definition that Liz gave. Some remain victims and don't ever get to that survival mode. Yeah. thanks for looking so deeply into my background. That's awesome. Your husband nearly died from sepsis earlier this year, and although I thought I was fine, my doc has recently thought I am suffering with PTSD from it. It's very possible. That's very possible. Of course. Thank you, Lost Tamale. I think because, I've experienced a lot in life. Debbie Myers Brandt says we all need that one person in our life that we can say anything and everything to, and they can tell it to us, and we have to know in our heart of hearts that it will go no further. That is someone truly special to have in your life, someone that holds like confidentiality. Yeah. Yep. And they don't bring it out later against you or something. Yeah. Oh, it is a lot. Yard sale lip gloss. I know. It does. Sometimes it does get, sometimes it does get kind of a lot in the nest. It does. But we also have moments where we just, we dress up like little birdies and do a fashion show. So, it goes, we try to encompass the whole spectrum, Yeah. You think that's Amber's problem? Victim became perpetrator. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Okay, Peter Princess, no problem. Yeah, please look out for your mental health. As always, if things are coming up for you that you're not ready to deal with or don't want to, or it's just not a good time, please absolutely take care of yourself. Don't make yourself listen to stuff that is going to be upsetting. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to Chantel. Let's do Chantel. Okay, Duping Delight. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Yeah, and hugs to everyone in the nest. Life sucks a lot of the time. It really can. It really can. Sometimes it's good, But we definitely have hard times, for sure. And if you haven't had hard times, they're probably about to come. Or you're just very fortunate and maybe in this lifetime you're going to coast through, and I'm genuinely happy for you if that's the case. Yeah. Okay. So, Chantel. Let's see. Chantel. Okay, I got her on the screen. I got to get the captions going. All right, let me get her on, and I'll get the captions up shortly. Okay, we'll just get her started. And I think she's about, I have her transcript also. I want to say, I think it was 8 minutes, or I don't know if that was DeeDee's 8 minutes. Let's see. Yep, gonna fix volumes.
Yeah, since time spoken. We're just hanging out. Hey, Jennifer, Aurora. There's just not, you know what it is? There's just no topics that I give a crap enough about. Like, I'm not passionate about anything. And that honestly worries me. Like, I used to have so much passion actually, I can't remember having passion beyond, being 16. I swear when I hit 16, that's when, mental illness just went into, turbo mode or something. And I was just, so always depressed and just, apathetic about life. Now I'm not apathetic and, everything since, I found God again. But, I find that I'm just, there's not a topic that I care enough about to talk about on a podcast. I don't know. I really, maybe, my experiences, traveling around or, I don't know, stuff like that. Hey, Dollies, even now, I would like to eventually go to another country. I just have this, want to travel. I don't know, but they're passionate about fermenting and politics. Ah. Yes, but being, Islam, I don't want to make my content about Islam. You know what I mean?
Why
I
is
just
that?
want,
Why?
I don't want my channel to be political or anything
Why?
religious.
Why? How come? Why? The captions are on my screen, but they're not showing on our screen here. Why? So I wonder if someone in the chat was asking Oh, captions are being missed. Try closing some things to improve performance? Come on. Come on. What do you think? We got an amateur operation over here? Come on now. Can I close that? That? There we go. We'll make it happen. Okay. You don't want your channel to be about Islam, right?
To me, like, religion is very, very personal. Even though
Right.
I know I'm typically an open person about certain things, but when it comes to like religion, I just don't feel like sharing that with people online who just want to attack me for it or accuse me of, like, not that I really care, but you know what I mean? It's just less of a headache. I like to just like worship in secret, do things my own way. It's just less of a headache. It's just so much more peaceful. And yeah. And I feel like snippets of it do shine through what I'm talking about, because I'll say sometimes, like, Islam has taught me this, Islam has taught me that, Islam has made me more grateful for things in life. So there's like a lot of things that shine through about it, but I'm not going to make it the focus of my channel,
Why not? Oops.
Yeah, there you go. Time spoken. Thank you, Dollies. A cooking show. We're just unimportant people online. You like go around and like, well, I don't care. I'm not doing that. So I'm not doing that with my channel anyways. Again, if I do that, it'll be in secret. Yeah, I love my cat too. Oh, she's here. Oh, Kelly Lynn Flynn. Welcome to Very Important Users. Next time I go on camera, I'll give you an arm wrinkle. Just remind me. My cat is right here. She feels so soft and velvety. But you can see everything on her body, like her nips. Ow!
Oh my God.
Don't bite Mom.
Oh, what? Say what? Her nips? Excuse me? Her nips? Her nips? I can't. What? That is so disturbing. That is so disturbing. Your cat is an animal, okay? Oh my God. Like, what? Ugh.
And she has like 6 of them. So do all cats have 6 nips?
Oh God, stop.
That
You
means they can
probably
only have
do.
6 cats.
You do,
right?
You do, Chantal.
I don't know how their biology works.
Yeah,
Not
we
to sound
know.
like a creep, but since
You
she's
are a
shaved,
creep.
it's like more
Yeah.
apparent.
You are a
Oh,
creep.
nice, Kelly Flynn.
You are a creep. That's why you sound like a creep. That's why you sound like one. You are one. That's disgusting. What is wrong with you?
Julia's good. Her paws are soft, and she's trying to bite Mom. Don't you bite Mom. Don't you bite Mom. Oh, her tail's going wild. Okay. I'm not petting you then. Hello, more coffee, please. You look way slimmed down in the vlog. You find? See, I don't see it. And
I don't see it
if
either.
I am going to slim down, it's probably going to be a bit slow. I don't know.
Stranger
Marie
danger.
Sunday. Remember for 1 month. Hi, Chantal. Hello, chat. Thank you, Marie Sunday.
She
Ready,
is this
set,
dumb.
weebies. I don't like when people police others about their religion, so I get why you don't want to do that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I meant to find the clip where she's calling me a fake Muslim. Exactly. Exactly. I get why you don't want to, I get why you don't want to police others on their religion. Oh, exactly. Of course. Exactly. You get it. Oh my God. So obnoxious. So obnoxious. Oh, sir.
Hello, more coffee, please. You look way slimmed down in the vlog. You find? See, I don't see it. And if I am going to slim down, it's probably going to be a bit slow. I don't know. Marie Sunday. Remember for 1 month. Hi, Chantal. Hello, chat. Thank you, Marie Sunday. Ready, set, weebies. I don't like when people police others about their religion, so I get why you don't want to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not right to do that, to police others, like, I don't know.
Right. She called me a
I
fake
think all
Muslim.
religions like want people to be converted to their religion. They do.
Yeah. So I got a lot of work to do here with her. I've got a lot of work to. I didn't really have to correct too much of what DeeDee said. Like, she was a little off on a couple of things, like criticizing Christianity. That's not something we do, truly, like at all. But that's something she'll learn with time. She's clearly taking classes. Like, she's taking it seriously. I already have to, dig in with Chantal right off the bat, and she's been a Muslim for almost 3 years. So if you are recently in the nest and you have not seen this yet, I like to think of Chantal belonging to her own religion called Church of Chantal.
Are you tired of pretending to be someone you're not? Do you prefer your religion cafeteria style?
Yeah.
Choose only what's appealing to you and leave the rest? The Church of Chantal. You make up the rules and decide each day whether or not you'd like to follow them. Do you want a spouse, but not the headache of a real commitment? The Church of Chantal allows a sacred form of marriage that cannot be proven to anyone, nor should you have to prove anything to the haters. If anyone judges you, call them Chantal-phobic and they'll back down. You can't join the Church of Chantal, but you are always welcome to send a charitable donation.
Okay, so you're welcome to make your fully taxable donation to Church of Chantal, and she's going to spend it on whatever the heck she wants, okay? Okay, but it's, she made it up herself. She needs to call it what it is, and that is Church of Chantal. But you can't join. You cannot join, even if you wanted to, okay? Because she'll change the rules on you every day, and you're never going to be able to keep up, so... Dirty Dog says, I guess I'm outnumbered. I don't know what is wrong with talking about animal nips. It's biological to me, not sexual. My dog has some danglies and talk about them openly. It's the same as any body part. I agree with you, Dirty Dog. I think it's the choice of word nip. Like, my dogs have nipples. They have, my dogs here, they have their male parts. Yeah, they have body parts just like you and I. But I don't refer when I'm at the vet, or, if the topic ever comes up, I'm not referring to their parts as like nicknames that we might use for humans in a intimate setting. You know what I mean? Because it is biological, and she's using like slang, which, a person might say about a person. That's when it gets creepy. She has other creepy behavior with animals. She once said that, I don't know, someone loved a cat or something. I don't even know which cat it was. But she made a point to say, not in a sexual way. Okay? Oh, someone loves the cat, but not in a sexual way. Why does that need to be said? Why does that need to be followed up with that? Not in a sexual way? I wouldn't think so. Like, why? Why are we saying nips? Why, you know what I'm saying? It was Sam. Thank you. Okay, it's that kind of thing. And then there's a lot of little things like that. Like, okay, that one thing was weird. Like saying the cat has nips. That's weird, right? Yeah. But like, okay, you might not think it's that weird. But then you add it in with all of these other things that she has said, and it adds up to being really odd. Titty fed. Is the cat titty fed? That's right, Lucy Jane. She asked if she said, is Bruce titty fed? Titty fed? You mean, is he nursing? Like what? Titty fed? Oh, is Bruce on the tit? Sucking on nips? You see what I'm saying? Do you see how the words, like, they don't go with animal? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah. Ugh. It is a pattern of behavior. Perfectly said, Tasha. Yep. She says questionable things about the animals all the time. And she said, I don't know if it's on this live stream, but a recent one, she asked if someone was flirting with her cat. Like, that is, what? That is weird. That is, what? You know, okay, so we put all those things together. It starts to become, yeah, she let Sam suckle on her fupa, I think she said. Like, what the fuck? You know? Ugh. Like, what? I don't know. Oh, it could be for Anime Sucks. That's a good point. That is a good point. It could be, because he's a furry. He's got a fursona. He's got a whole fursona. Maybe that's why she talks like that. That could be. That could be. She says, inappropriate things about the camels too, right, Kathy? Yep. Yeah, has she been weaned yet? That would be a good question, JJ. That's perfectly normal. Sam suckling on her stomach was special, Sansa. Yeah, for real. You're a furry, Travis? This is the stuff we call... Oh, thank you! Thank you for that, Travis. Travis says, I'm a furry. Okay, thank you for self-identifying. This is the stuff we collect to call out zoophiles. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So she's reaching out to see who's also a furry? Is that what you're saying? Like, using that terminology is making other furries know that she's into furriness? That makes a lot of sense if that's the case. Oh. There we go. Tehancita, I was waiting for you. Baked Korean says, oh my God, I don't want to know what fursona means. It's a persona, but with fur. So like Anime Sucks has he calls it a fursona. That's the only way I even know that word is from him on his Twitter. And it's like a donkey. So he's got a donkey head and the rest of the body is like a man in a suit. And he says that is his fursona. Yeah. Furries don't claim Anime Sucks. He's a freak. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm learning a lot. Thank you. Interesting. Why is he a freak? Like, he has a fursona. Is it because of his artwork that he does with the dragons and stuff? Oh, we've covered a lot of topics today already. Oh my God. I never know how things are going to go in the nest from day to day. I truly don't. Okay. Hasn't she been talking like this for a while, says Ashley. Yes. Maybe she's been a furry for a while. Teoncita says, what? ¿Qué estás insinuando? We are not weird with animals like this. WTF. Okay. Teoncita also has experience in this community. Okay. What are you insinuating? We are not weird with animals. Okay. Get her and Anime Sucks together. Definitely. Grandpa Joe says she's definitely very sick, and I genuinely believe that if she were physically healthy, she would be extremely dangerous to both animals and humans. I agree. She's a legit sociopath. It's part of her disorder. She enjoys grossing everyone out, I'm sure. Yeah, she definitely is good at that. I guess I do have I have a feather sona, Emma. I have a feather sona. It's a snowy owl. But I don't think of myself as a snowy owl outside of the channel, like in my regular life. Oh my God. Oh, zoophile, not furry. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that okay, that is obviously a huge difference. Thank you for, number one, being patient with me on this topic, because I don't know a lot. And for number two, for teaching me, because I don't know. Okay, thank you. I'm reading your comments. I want to be sure we're clear about this, because it could get real offensive to some and, just plain weird and misleading to others. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that makes you realize we are dealing with a zoo. Okay. Zoophiles are different, says Strawby Moth. Okay. Yeah, she thought almost every camel was pregnant. That was weird. It does feel like a zoophile call rancid thing? Remember we talked about that book? Remember that book? Oh my God. It was a book about the bull. Oh my God. Remember that? I don't even remember how that came up that day. I happened to find a channel. She was talking about this milking farm, and it was a bull. Bulls would go there to get milked and everything. You know, yeah, it was a whole thing. It was really a whole thing. Okay, you need a sports bra? I gotcha, JJ. I gotcha. I just ordered some new ones. These still have their spandex, so if everyone stretches out their sports bras from time to time. So pick up a new one. I understand. Okay, furries don't actually want to bang animals. Right, of course not. Oh my God, Carla. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, oh my God. Thank you for clarifying. I am ignorant to it also. Okay. Zoophiles assault and abuse animals. Okay. Furries are not into that. Thank you. I'm a furry and can confirm that we're not all zoophiles, says Evil Ink. Okay, thank you. Oh my God. So the absolute bottom of the barrel, it's not for most furries. Zoos are like the alt-right of furries, largely avoided and blocked. Would you say that anime sucks as a zoophile? Furries are cool, the zoos are trash. Okay. I don't think all furries are sexual about it. Oh, okay. I thought they were. Bunnies makes me happy, says furries are degenerates. Are you a zoophile? Bunnies make me happy? I thought it was only sexual. So you can be into having, well, I don't even want to use the word persona anymore. So you can be a furry, whatever that entails, and have it not be sexual. Just enjoy being a furry. Is that true? My persona's a tamale with shredded beef. Hey, Not a furry, but I'm an animal weeb and goth, so furries tend to mingle in. Okay. Teoncita says, everyone at one point had a persona. If you were into warrior cats, Gahul, or any animal books, you totally had one. Okay. He's a freak because he's into fat, furry, fart corn. Right. True. Darkest Coven says, I don't know anything about furries, but would she? Well, she does know anime sucks. But you guys are saying he's not actually a furry. Okay. God, the places we go, huh? Furries are into furries, not actual animals. Thank you, Not So Funny Bunny. Okay. He's also into diapers, and that's another controversial side group people disavow. Okay. Wow. I learned so much from you guys. And sense of purpose, thank you for being a Nestie Bestie for 19 months. Was neck deep in Excel with the nest as background. Holy moly, this changed topics. I know, right? Anyone who's at work who's working on their spreadsheet, they're like, what? What are we talking about now? I know. Thank you, intensive purpose. I know. I'm telling you, I don't even know the twists and turns sometimes. They just happen. Wow. Okay. You're learning too much, Anna Gags. Anime has an off-putting personality. Okay, Pax. Zoophiles are into animals. Oh my God, that is not... I could kill each and every one of those people. Like, I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, but really, put one of those people in front of me on a bad day. I'll take care of it. I thought years ago my education stopped, but now that I'm 62, I'm being re-educated in a lot of things. Oh, Debbie, we never stop learning. We never stop. Quite the rabbit hole. No pun intended. K-Star Babe. Oh, my God. Okay, thank you, Kathy. A zoophile is someone who is attracted to animals in that way. So is that why Chantal, oh my God, is she even worse of a person than I thought? How can she get worse? So she's saying these things like nips and on the titty fed and all that stuff, and loved Sam, but not in a sexual way, because she... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And that's a call out to those people. Is that what we're saying? Your Sona is a fox / budgie. Okay. What would I be? I don't even know what would I be. Maybe can I be a fish? Is that a thing? It's not furry, but I like fish a lot. Oh, she's a panda then. He's a zoophile, not a furry. Oh my God. What about people that act like they're an animal, like using a litter box as Susie Q, 1964? What about that? The only furry communities I've been exposed to have run out zoophiles and tried to get them criminally prosecuted, as they should be. Okay, as they should be. Or bring them over here. Holy crap. Oh my God. What's wrong? Whenever something like that, comes up in something that I'm reading or I find out about, those are the times that I actually question, is Earth actually hell? Is this actually hell? Are we in hell? 'Cause what the fuck? Noah Schwartz, I am Jewish and we don't give a damn about converting anyone. Noah, right, same, Noah. Thank you for chiming in. Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you don't see Jews recruiting, going door to door. You're right. Oh my God. You're also in spreadsheet mode, just Jamie. I know, right, Ashley? I love how many people feel safe enough here in the nest to be open about this stuff. People are like, oh, I'm a furry over here. I'll talk to you about furrism. Oh my God. Pet play is a kink. Okay. Some furries are pet play people, but a lot of people who aren't do it too. Okay. So you're talking maybe like a leash, like on your knees, like drink out of the dog bowl type of stuff. You're a human who loves animals. Bunnies make me happy, especially bunnies. I have 2. Okay. You would just call anime a gooner freak, an evil furry. Okay. A stay away type of thing. Type of person. Okay. Diaper furs are effed up. Oh my God. How many can you combine? Chantal has been into the feederism side from the get-go. True. He's just another creep Larkana. Yeah. It is complicated. NSFW content. Right, Dax. Yeah, put your earbuds in if you're at work. Oh my. Okay. You don't think she was ever into feederism, Darkest Coven, or anything else? To be honest, she'll just do anything for money. You think she's motivated by money no matter what it is? I could see that. Too. Like she, that is her passion in life, is eating. And if she can get paid to do it, I'm sure she's glad to. Okay. Yes, that is a fact. Foodie Beauty is an animal abuser. You're absolutely right, K-Star Babe. Yep. She can't get worse. She's a demon. I mean, a lot of furries go far and above to keep sexual elements out of the fandom and raise money for charity. It's wholesome. Okay. This is almost like, we could, the topics we discuss. Like, first we're going to talk about reverting to Islam and being Muslim, and then we're going to talk about the difference between zoophiles, furries, and fursonas. And yeah, doesn't have to be sexual, could be, yeah, okay. Let's get back to her sweating instead. Jennifer H., there will be no quiz, but, it's always good to take notes. So many furries are passionate about animals and animal welfare, including doing work and volunteering for shelters. So zoophilia is the antithesis of what many furries stand for. Okay, I got it. Okay. I'm so glad we clarified that. Oh my God, Scar, right? What did you do today? I listened to an owl who the community talked about diapers and furries. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Just like cats, draw anthropomorphic cats and only dip my toe in the furry fandom through a few cartoon places. Okay. No, we're not done with Foodie. No. I put her in the same freak camp as Zoophiles because she sexualizes her pets so much it's obscene. Okay, this is from Travis, everybody. Travis is a furry. Like, he's an animal lover, okay? I put her in the same freak camp as Zoophiles because she sexualizes her pets so much it's obscene. Wow, okay. Wow, what is wrong with her? What is wrong with her? Yeah, Decola, it's a good thing you have your headphones on, for sure. The more you know, for sure. Oh, wow. Yep, 100%. Bunnies make me happy. Animals and children should be protected at all costs. Yes, absolutely. This is how we learn. It's true. It's true. Glad you're working from home today. Okay, Noah Schwartz says, in Judaism, non-Jews don't need to convert to be considered good or respected. We believe love for God must be found freely, not forced. Right. Missionary work goes against our core principles. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Learning with AYS. Oh, yes. Jennifer H. has a question. Are bronies furries or no? Very good question, Jennifer H. Are bronies furries? Oops. That is a good question. Like Pete's in his sheets. What's that about? Or do we know? Maybe he just likes, I don't know. I can't really even, I don't know. That's probably a topic we don't have time for, actually. Okay. You learned about fetishes and alternative lifestyles from an owl on the internet. Hey, whatever I can do to help, I'm here for you. Pete's is an anomaly. Okay. Travis says, some furries are into MLP. MLP? What's MLP? My Little Pony. Okay. Or call themselves bronies, but is largely up to the individual. Lots of ex-brony trans women who just like horses. Okay. In my experience. Interesting. Okay. Wow. All this from My Cat Has Nips. That's a bad copy. Auntie M just gifted one Are You Serious membership. Thank you so much, Auntie M. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie M. And Unicorn Farts received that. Thank you so much. Unicorn Farts, if you are here and hearing that, it was Auntie M that gave you a membership. Thank you so much, Auntie M. Okay. I like My Little Pony and thought the show was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, that was actually after my time. Okay. You're curled up in the back of the nest and you crazy birds are talking about furries. Hey, it was Chantal. Rosebud says, I'm going to have to wash my brain out. I understand. I know. Hey, Izzy. Okay. All right. Let's get back to it. Oh, my God.
You know, some just go door to door and some others don't. But yes, I mean, me personally, I don't know, maybe I'm sinning saying this, but I don't mean to, but I just accept people have religious freedom,
Yeah. Why is that a sin?
I don't know. You can spread.
Why does she think that's a sin by accepting people to practice whatever they want? I don't know. Iron Chef, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being you. Thank you. Thank you for tolerating all of this. My God. I don't even know. When I pulled the transcript for this one, for Chantal, do you know how many times she said throughout this? And this is only an hour long. Guess how many times she said, in this stream.
Spread the word all you want and, encourage people to, especially if people are thinking about it, if people are thinking about reverting, converting, whatever, you can encourage them and stuff like that. And be welcoming, but like to just, yeah, religion is personal to me. Exactly. So that's why it's like, it's so weird that people like police it and say like things like, you know, you're not a
You
real
know?
Muslim, like as if they know
Oh.
like what's in your heart.
Oh, you called me a fake Muslim, though, Chantal, and your husband called me a fake Muslim. How quickly we forget. How very quickly we forget. Now, keep in mind, this is only an hour long. You know, and, was said. Someone got very, very close. Unfortunately, I don't have a prize for you. The person who said 64 is the closest. It was 65 times that she said, within an hour long. That's over once a minute that she said, That's insanity. Liz says, didn't realize the Bluetooth synced to the car. No. Until I turned it on, the minion asked me, Mom, what's a furry? If I say animal lover, my autistic little boy's going to go around saying I'm a furry. Just say he misheard it. And we said purry, because that's what cats do. Purry. Oh my God, Liz. Oh no.
And like, how dare someone make that claim that you like on your, how can they speak on your belief in God?
Yeah. How could you speak on my belief in God, Chantal? That is such a good question. What a good question. How many times have you called me a fake Muslim, ma'am? And how many times have I called you a fake Muslim? 0. I don't even allow people in the chat to call you a fake Muslim. Okay? Yes, you wear the hijab. You have that on me. But really? That is, we don't do that. We don't do that. Well, I don't. I guess it's me. I don't.
That's just so personal for me that's not something that maybe someday that's a topic that I would be wanting to discuss more. So, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's acting like a Nazi. Yeah. I don't know. People go, faith is very, very personal. It's just, it is. But you can be like, it can also be you can also talk about it as a topic.
Oh, I know.
100%. But
I know people
I don't think I'm there yet in Islam, like, honestly.
Oh.
To really be able to do that, really. I could talk about, like, personally how it's affected me. But
Right.
Oh, Kelly Lynn. Well, welcome, Kelly Lynn. Thanks.
So why do you attempt to talk about it, though? Why do you attempt to talk about it? Why?
For being a beezer. You're just beezing. We're all just beezing. So yeah, I'll be the first to admit, like, I don't know everything. I haven't read the whole Quran yet. So there's just like, there's personal things with religion that I don't feel like, anyway,
right.
Talked about this topic. Actually,
right,
it has been a topic of tonight.
Right. String cheese, I counted 65. 65 times.
Julia. She's obsessed with sitting right beside me, like, the whole time I'm here. Hey, Odie. Boy, you love Mom, but then you bite Mom. What's going on? Hey, Two-Face. Sorry if you can hear the fan. I hope not.
65 times.
You're from Canada? Nice. Religion and politics, there is no way to win that argument. Yeah, because you can't. Because how are you arguing? Like, I don't know. It's so personal that how can you know what I mean? It's just, well, politics. I mean, yeah, those are opinions that everyone has difference on. So it's like hard to argue it. Yeah. She does not sleep with us. How things calm down in the area as far as violence? Well, there's a fragile ceasefire in place right now. You can hear the fan. I have the mic turned the other way. I used to read Goosebumps, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, the whole thing, Kate, too, with, like, wanting to know why others believe in God, it's one of those things that, again, God just kind of comes to you. Like, not, yeah, you just, like, you literally one day just, like, see evidence of God. And you know what? It's not a
Look at the captions messing up. Look at that. You're welcome, Sligo Town. My pleasure. I'm glad I could find them. I could make it happen. Look at but the captions are messing up. Look at that. That top line. You just F you literally one day. That's not what she said. I don't think.
old.
You know?
Revelation, it's not super obvious unless you're like open and in tune to it. Like, sometimes it's a feeling like running through your body. Like it's sometimes a feeling in your heart, in your soul, like in your soul, that you know that God is there and protecting you and loves you. Like it's just a feeling like you can't describe, you know? Sometimes it's just looking like, how can you not look around at the beauty of the world and the complexity of life and not believe that there's an intelligent design from God? Like, you know what I mean? So for me, there just is no way that there's no God.
You know?
So it's hard to convince someone because you can't. It's not something you can convince someone. You have to just literally find God, you know?
Right. You know, Noah Schwartz says, not Chantal insulting Jewish people just a few months ago in the most vile way possible, and now talking about freedom of religion and respect one's religion. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, it's night and day all the time. Yep. Yes. Oh, sir. Sir. Let me open it.
Oh, a glowing ash. Hey, Princess Peach. I got you craving olives. Oh, yeah. The ones with the carrots in the middle are so good. I don't know how to explain it other than that. The evidence for me is in just the world, just in life, like how we're made, how we're designed. It's just so complex. And, you know, the Quran is evidence for me. You know, just even the trees. Have you ever like, oh no, shit, the battery's gonna go out. It's getting earlier and earlier. It's only 1:30. It's all a personal journey. Yeah, exactly. Well, science and religion can coexist, you know. Science explains what, it doesn't explain, it explains how, not why. You know what I mean? Like, or the atheists trolling. Island dragonfly. The trees. I don't know. They're magical, I'm telling you. Hey, Yusuf. There's a big book on trees I want to read, apparently. It's like mind-blowing. I did start reading it. I have like no attention span, like even to read anything. Like I have to, I don't know, relax or something. Are you on shrooms? What? Where the heck? Why would I be on shrooms? Actually, the last time I did that many, many years ago. Hey Yusuf, KFG. You never know. I never did it since then. I hate it so bad. Yeah, it's too hot to sleep sometimes. The trees talk. They do. Like literally. So anyways,
the shrooms were like 3 years ago. I don't know if that's many, because Nader really overcharged you for those shrooms. That's how we even know about it. Yeah, many decades ago. That's right. K-Star Babe says, AYS, you have always said you don't judge other people's dedication to Islam. You stick to it. Yeah, because I have to answer for myself. I'm not worried about anyone else. Truly. It's a waste of time. Yep. That story is disturbing. Yes. Ultimately, is no why when it comes to the origins of existence. I mean, everyone has their own thoughts and beliefs, and you know, that's that.
I'm not gonna convince someone that there's a God, you know?
Yeah.
No.
Especially you, yeah.
It's just not, there's no point. If someone doesn't believe, I don't think that people are going to make them believe. That's why I'm not like a preachy religious person. I'm, you know, it's a personal journey. Like, you know, you have to find God yourself.
Well, you can be kind of a preachy religious person if someone's calling you out, you know, and yeah, you know, you can use it sometimes to your advantage. You feel that it's to your advantage, but people see right through it. So.
Oh, was that the night? No. I hadn't. No. Was that the night? I don't remember, Miss Blackwood, actually. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so I had fasolia today to eat. And it was very delicious with rice. Don't know yet, Dragon. Aleppo bees. Aleppo bees. Take a photo. Yeah, that's true, Twinkie. Trees I've talked to you. Hey, Ivy, you don't need convincing we believe how we believe. Yeah, you know?
Oh, she has this muted. Okay. Doing something. Let me just look at the transcript and see if she continues to talk about it. But, we hear her speak about Islam and her beliefs and everything, and you see the vast difference between how she speaks about it and how DeeDee does. And DeeDee actually is really a new Muslim. Like, for real. It's a big difference. It's huge. Like Chantal, it just doesn't even sound like she believes what she's saying. She's just saying words. Like there's nothing really behind it. You don't feel any weight behind her words at all. That, things that she's experienced or anything. It's bizarre.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Wolf Pup, Hey, Deborah. Hey, Beth. Oh, the battery's already low. Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what's wrong with YouTube these days. I think since I've been on this internet plan. Yeah, it's glitchy. Yeah, Owlette. Okay, good. What's up, Dib? I like saying hi to like every single. You know what? I'm OCD about that. I'm not even joking.
Oh my God.
Like I'm OCD about saying hi to everybody.
Let me just apologize on Chantal's behalf for everyone who actually has obsessive compulsive disorder. She does not, and she just throws that around like it's not something.
Sometimes a few slip through the cracks. Sorry about that. I have not seen rain since being here. The green grapes. Thanks, Jekka. And you know what? If it's cloudy and not much sun, we don't get much power. So, have I named my CPAP? Yeah, Poppy. The coffee. Yeah, I'm trying to perfect it, but no.
Okay, we can go forward a little bit when she talks about it next. We don't have to listen to this whole thing. Yeah, it's almost at the end, I think.
The Lion King, yeah, Sharpie. Aha. So how come there's extra electricity?
They give us half an hour.
Just today or what? Oh, you're yeah. Okay. I was gonna say Flash. I've been live for 41 minutes, Teardrop, which is not long for me. I mean, I get scapegoat. I guess yes. Most there's a lot of Muslim like men who believe you should never cut your beard, but there's a lot who do anyway. Hey, Maxine. So that's why I said I don't really know.
So she doesn't read the question that she's answering, so that's never helpful. I think it was Scapegoat who said, "Are Sunnis the ones that never cut any hair?" I don't know any Muslims that never cut any hair. And how is she answering that?
The Lion King, yeah, Sharpie. Aha. So how come there's extra electricity?
They give us half an hour.
Sikhs
Just
don't
today
cut
or what?
hair? Oh, okay.
Oh, you're yeah. Okay. I was gonna say Flash. I've been live for 41 minutes, Teardrop, which is not long for me. I mean, I get scapegoat. I guess yes. Most there's a lot of Muslim like men who believe you should never cut your beard, but there's a lot who do anyway. Hey, Maxine. So that's why I said I don't really know.
That's the spelling
No,
for
okay,
it.
cat.
It's a different religion, Sikhism.
You're sealing? No, you're thinking of during the Bashar regime. Try unsubscribing and then re-ringing the bell. Re-ringing the bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
You're obnoxious. Obnoxious.
Like, the only time I can be really weird... No, I'm weird with Salah all day, too, actually. But with you guys, I can be weird as well. You didn't get one either, Corvus.
Okay,
You
I think that
know?
was it. Okay, I think that was it. Whew. Okay. So it was mostly just the beginning. All right. So that's that. That is that. And now, what I would like to do, how long have we been streaming? It's been a little while, I think. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Okay. Let's, I would like to watch myself. You're welcome to stay and watch with me. I would like to watch. Look at my owl floating there. Oh, come down. Come on down. I would like to watch the video that she uploaded, which is her trip out and about. I thought that was pretty interesting. I would like to watch that. If you would like to stay, you are welcome to. That was very interesting. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say about that too. Foodie Beauty. Oh, Live on Patrol is live. Ooh. That's exciting. Okay, we got closed captioning going. All right.
A huge bus was coming through and like hit the car pretty hard. There's a little bit of damage, but they just kept driving. And yeah. I don't know, c'est la vie, I guess. But no, it's not too badly damaged. It's just a little
I might need
bit.
to turn her up a little bit. Let me know about volume.
I don't even know if there is any.
Oh, I know.
Can't really see, but Salah doesn't seem to be too pressed about it, so. Yeah. It's hot. How am I dealing with the heat, you probably wonder?
It's
Because
pretty low,
I'm,
huh?
You know, miss AC. I'm a person who keeps the AC on in the winter. Well,
Okay,
I
Carla.
can tell you right now,
Have a good walk.
living here so far has taught me to conserve, which is always a good thing. Makes you realize how wasteful you've been, you know. And I think that's a good thing. And it's very humbling, which is also a good thing. But you just deal.
You know.
You sweat, whatever. You take an extra shower a day. You have fans. You get used to it.
You know.
Whatever.
You know.
And yeah, so I'm still waiting for the shisha. One thing I'm always taken aback at is how gorgeous the women are here. Like,
Really?
gorgeous women.
Really?
Like, I just can't even tell you. Just like beautiful features, big eyes. Some of them don't wear hijab. They have really nice black hair, full hair. Even with hijab, the
Full hair.
hijabis are beautiful. But
Yeah,
just the
full hair.
style, the way they wear,
Yeah.
just gorgeous. Syrian women are just so gorgeous. Arab women in general. Women everywhere, all over the world, are beautiful. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just in person. I'm just so shocked.
Really?
Yes.
But you hate women.
All right, I waited and I
So-
waited, but I had to turn the AC on, so yeah. After Salah is finished getting a shisha, there's a whole bunch of little stores around here. I need to find a dustpan. I have not been able to find a dustpan anywhere that we've been. Yeah.
But
Maybe in like bigger supermarkets in Damascus, but like town centers, somewhere like that.
But in little towns, you know, I just haven't been able to find it. So hopefully in one of these stores around here, they will have one. And then hopefully we can get something to eat. And
I'm sure you'll eat.
go back home. I'll show you guys how I make Arabic coffee for us after. Because it's my first time making it. And it's a bit different. But I'll show you. Yalla.
How are you gonna... Okay, but how are you gonna show us if you've never made it before? You've never made it before, but you're gonna give us a little tutorial on how to make coffee? Okay, I guess. All right.
Okay, we're in a little market area here.
Okay.
If you see how tight the streets can be.
I mean, they look normal to me. I don't know. I mean, she lived in... Now, Kuwait is obviously a much, much, much newer country than Syria. But a lot of the Middle East looks like this. And there were streets like this in Kuwait. I don't see this as a very narrow road. And this road probably even has a filter on it. This probably has a filter on it, so it probably looks skinnier than it actually is in real life. What's my favorite Middle Eastern dish, Northern Lass? I guess fattoush. Fattoush salad would be my favorite. And I love basbousa for dessert. Yeah. The other stuff, like mashi, I like it. I haven't had it since I've been back for a long time. So, you know, I don't like it that much, but yeah. Have you noticed how her eyes dart lately in the car? She's constantly looking back and forth like she considers herself to be in danger. You've seen far worse in New York City? Absolutely. Now, I might have missed it. Does she ever go back to that sitting in the car? She does. Okay.
What's this here?
The timeline's a little
street vendors.
odd. Are you asking him to pull over so you can look? And everyone's very parked correctly.
Right to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the issue, but whatever. That's her. Anything that's not
carry the bread
Cornwall,
on their
Canada
head and
is out of
sell it.
control.
A lot of them around.
Yeah.
Classic cars on the left.
Classic cars.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a joke, do you think? I don't know. She got paid today, by the way.
I like just exploring little
you?
new areas.
Do you?
If you look on the left at the top of that apartment building there, and in the distance here as well, there's one I'm zooming in on. Those are what the water tanks look like, and water trucks come and fill them up pretty much whenever they get empty.
Okay.
And here's a closer look at one.
Look at that splicing there on the electrical wire. Oof. That's rough.
Super zoomed in. So I know most people, you know, just focus on Syria being, you know, a country always in the middle of war, conflict. But mostly when you look around and you just go down the streets of most villages, towns around here, most people in between that, I guess, are just living their life, you know, buying bread, buying fruits and vegetables.
She would, Grandpa
You know,
She absolutely
operating
would.
their small businesses that feed their families. And that's why I think it's really good to spend money in these little shops, because it really does help feed their families.
Okay.
And just living normal lives the way they do here in Syria. So that's kind of what I just really want to show you with my vlogs, and just focus on the more
Every day.
day-to-day life. And of course we're gonna do some touristy things and visit some historical sites and things, but right now, because of, you know, the current situation, we're just waiting for things to die down a bit, and for things to be a bit safer. And
then we'll be able to do more content in that way. So I hope you're enjoying at least, you know, a little bit of these glimpses of life here in Syria that I'm showing you. The Syrian people are what make this country amazing. The people are just so nice and respectful and friendly and welcoming and hospitable, and just, I can't explain it. Like, you'd have to experience it. Sometimes you can only explain things, you know, a certain way, but actually living it is what gives you the best experience. So
What aesthetic travel vlogger have you been watching, Chantal, with the head movement and, you know, just like living day-to-day life and the people, and, you know, no matter what's going on, people just live. You know, people are people. And you know, exactly, Ms. Liz. Very shallow. It comes off very shallow. Yeah. And you know what? While you're in town, you know, you might want to stop into a pharmacy and get some face wash or some makeup removing wipes, something, because I know you don't have, you know, an abundance of water. So you could get some cotton balls and some makeup remover or something, face wash, and you don't even need the water. And you can make sure that you're clean, your face is clean. Even if you just get some baby wipes and keep a couple packages of baby wipes, so throughout the day, so you're not using all the water, you can do all the, you know, do the whole bath with the baby wipes. Try that. You know, freshen up a little bit. Take them with you in your purse, so when you're out and about, you know, things get a little, okay, all right, okay. You need to do that. You need to do that. You need to do that. I learned much more from that guy travel vlogger you showed us, AYS. Yeah. I mean, you know, he's not the best, but he shows us a lot. You know, he shows us a lot. But you really got to take your makeup off. You know, you're at an age now, you're 41 years old, okay, and Aries, you know, just like DeeDee. And I'm telling you, you keep makeup on your face, you let your face dry out and everything, you're going to regret it. You are going to regret it. At the very least, take your makeup off. Magwensia says olive oil is an amazing eye makeup remover. That's interesting you say that, because I use it's DHC. It's a Japanese skincare brand, and they have olive oil. It's an oil makeup remover, like to do your oil cleansing, and then, you know, you can rinse like with whatever, you know. I said 6 times in the last 30 seconds. I probably did. It's becoming a habit for me too. You know, she can't afford to be a hoe. Well, who can these days? Really? Who can? Olive oil will clog your pores. It's not refined. I know, but what about just to remove makeup and then you do a wash after that? Like your mascara and stuff. Because she's got all this eye makeup still stuck to her eyelids from 6 weeks ago. You know, I can't believe I'm saying that, you know what I mean? What happens when she finds a baby wipe lost in the fupa folds for months? Hopefully it'll still smell good. Yeah. More coffee, please, says Nestie's. Do you think Chantal would wax poetic about these places that are economically oppressed if she didn't have the almighty power of her Canadian dollar? Try living like the average local. That's a very good question. Interesting. Yeah, it is easy to see things in such a positive light when you can literally afford anything you want because the place is so economically down. Yeah, good. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah.
Salah's getting us ice cream.
Of course he is.
Syria also.
Look at that. That's the happiest she's been in the last 2 weeks that she's been there. Salah's getting us ice cream. Look at the smile.
Like, you'd have to experience it. Sometimes you can only explain things, you know, a certain way. But
with so many words.
Actually living it is what gives you the best experience.
The best experience.
Salah's getting us ice cream.
Well, did you see?
Syria also has.
Did you see that? Salah's getting us ice cream.
Salah's getting us ice cream. Syria also has amazing ice cream.
God.
They call it Booza. And they have a famous place in the souk, Hamadiya, called Backdash, and we're gonna go sometime.
Yeah,
But
you know what? We've already watched.
Damascus.
We've already watched a couple vloggers go there. Okay, because while we were waiting on you to show us part of Syria, we went ourselves as a nest, and we found other channels that have been there. So we've already been to that ice cream place, okay, with the pistachios and everything. Yeah, we've already been there. You're never going to take us there. Just like you told us you were going to take us to the Avenues malls, and we never went, not once. Not once, because Chantal doesn't like to walk. Chantal doesn't like malls. She doesn't like to walk. Do they have enough benches where she can stop and sit? She doesn't like to walk, and she doesn't like malls. It was like the only interesting thing in Kuwait, other than the mosque that you never showed us, where El Afasi is. You could have taken us there on a day that El Afasi was there. That would have made my month, probably, but whatever. It's all about you, Chantal.
I don't think is probably
All about you.
Some of the roads won't be open.
Ice cream. Yay! Ice cream.
Yeah.
Look at her. Happy. Ugh. God. She is 3.
It's hot.
شو ربك له هيك؟ شمام كمان يمكن صح؟
Cutie Gamer Cat. Cutie Gamer Cat says, la da 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 da, you know? La da 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 da, you know? La da 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 da, you know? Da 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 da, you know? Da da da, you know what I mean? La da da
We're
da.
going to get some things at the supermarket.
Paw Patrol, thank you so much for gifting another Are You Serious membership. Thank you. Thank you, Paw Patrol. And the Queen in Yellow received that. Queen in Yellow, if you're here right now, Paw Patrol gave you that membership. Welcome to the nest. And thank you, Paw Patrol.
Walking around. It's pretty hot. And I'm sweating a lot, but it's all right.
My dog hates the song.
We're getting some breakfast items and sweating buckets. Walking around town.
You might want to bring like some tissues with you or something just to blot. You know? You know?
Yeah,
Oh my
these ones
God.
look good.
You know?
Yeah.
So you want this?
Yeah, quarter kilo.
You want also za'atar?
Za'atar, and this olive oil looks really nice.
So you want the brown or the...
Yeah, whatever you like. I don't know.
No.
I'm trying the za'atar. Okay. Because there's green and there's brown.
The green za'atar. Sour, right? Mm-hmm. I mean,
Okay.
But it's good.
She says za'atar is a popular Middle Eastern spice blend made from dried herbs like thyme, oregano, and marjoram, and sumac has a lemony taste and is sour and sesame seed.
this one more sour.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. You know, you know, you know. You know, you know, you know.
I like the brown.
You know, you know, you know, you know, you know. Having za'atar and olive oil for dinner. Oh.
All
Usually
kinds
on
of
bread.
spices.
Usually on bread.
Too many jars of spices here.
Flatbread. Travis says za'atar is Palestinian. I'm so sick of labeling Palestinian things Middle Eastern. Yeah. I understand. Her eye changed, Steffi?
Probably a lot of cumin, 7 spice.
Probably? What do you mean probably? Your channel is called Foodie Beauty. What do you mean probably? Probably a lot of cumin? 7 spice? Probably? Aren't you a food channel, Chantal? You don't even know spices. How long have you been there? You don't even know what to cook with. Just spices. And then she'll taste something that has a lot of flavor and she'll be like, "Oh, there's a lot of Arabic spices in here." You don't have any kind of a palate to pick anything out. You can't even look at what's on the shelf. You can't even identify by sight what those are, Chantal. Probably a lot of cumin. Okay.
Trying an olive with carrot.
Foodie. Real foodie.
Do you want this inside?
Yeah.
Can you guess?
Carrot.
No, this one is not carrots.
Pimento.
Pimento.
Household needs. Which I'm seeing if we need anything. Which we very well may.
One pot. Yeah, one pot cooking. All right, what do we got here?
I'm overheating in the car, so
The
I did a lot.
Okay. This is why you need makeup remover wipes or just a little wash, okay? Because you haven't worn eyeliner, but you say you have it smearing on the inside of your eye. Just wash your face. You'll feel better after washing your face. At the very least, wash your face.
Walking and I need to get used to it. So
Her hijab is it's completely soaked through on top. Completely soaked. Oh my
there's a lot of
God, that's
shade,
wet.
so it's not even that hot. But for me,
Yeah, you're
someone who
450.
doesn't walk around a lot,
You're
and
450.
it's always hot,
You're
so.
gonna be sweaty.
You see
You're
how the
450.
streets are shaded? So it's not like the direct sunlight really affects you, but there's some watermelon trucks. A lot of watermelon in
It's like
season right now,
slime.
and cantaloupes. It's good for the summer. They're making something here.
Making something? Making you a crepe? Bananas? Chocolate sauce? What kind of spice is that, Chantal? It's cumin, I think. So much cumin in this country. I think it's cumin. I think it's sumac. Because what is she going to tell us is in this? She won't even... Banana. That's all she'll say, probably. There's like some good stuff in here and banana. Okay, what do you make it with? You watched him make it. You should know what's in it.
So it's like a fried crepe kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably made from sage bread, which is very popular here
Or
in
maybe
Syria.
it's made with crepe dough. If it's a crepe, maybe it's made with crepe dough, right? Don't they make with crepes with a crepe mixture? Why would it be bread? Why would it be sage bread? Isn't it a crepe? I don't know.
And there's banana. There's all kinds of little powders you put in it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Bismillah. Let's try
Bananas
that.
and powders.
Sorry for the mess. Need a napkin, but banana, date sauce,
Date sauce?
sugar,
Okay.
something else.
Something else?
Bunch of whole bunch of
Something else.
sugars.
You're a real foodie.
No, not good for a diabetic, but I'm not gonna eat. I just wanted to try a bite.
You don't care.
Man, that's really good.
Even
the date sauce with the banana.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Really delicious.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I just want to say before I get into this haul that I'm going to try to cut the background noise, so
Thank
it's going to
you.
sound a bit weird, but
Thank
you'll hear my
you.
voice more clearly.
Thank you.
In the editor, I can remove the noise.
That's right. She and I use the same video editor. We use the same thing. Guess what I have in mind? A noise remover. A noise remover. Yes, she can remove the noise. Liz, thank you. I apologize for any offense. Ran into my brother who resembles a religious figure. Long hair and beard. As a joke, I started playing Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode as he came walking up to us. Sorry. Why are you sorry? That's funny. Thank you, Liz. Don't be sorry.
At the fruit and vegetable market, we got some okra, so I can fry some. Grapes, seedless. Cantaloupe. You can smell this a mile away. It's ready to eat. These, I don't know what they're called.
Okay. Find out.
But they're a cross between a melon and a cucumber. So,
Okay, she did find out. She put it on the screen. Ajor or Ajor? Okay. Cucamelon. Okay. I think I missed the whole part in the car. I was so focused on the eyeliner. I might have to go back to that because there was something I wanted to comment about it.
can't wait to try that.
Okay.
Tomatoes, peaches, cucumbers, indomie,
That's right, yard sale. lip
mortadella,
gloss.
tuna, lettuce, mushrooms. I think they're canned, but whatever, they're good.
Okay.
Cheese.
They're probably
with
marinated.
black seeds.
They're probably marinated mushrooms, and she thinks they're canned because that's all she knows. If it's not like a fresh, yeah, okay.
Mixed olives, za'atar spice, ghee, olive oil,
Can we find
bread,
an editor
eggs,
that takes out Chantal's
labna,
voice, like
balls,
her whole voice,
and regular labna.
labna balls and regular labna?
All right.
This
So
doesn't look very good to me.
what we are eating tonight is shawarma.
I think I would skip dinner if this. I'm sorry. And it's not that it's. I'm sure it's great. Okay. Especially in hot weather, especially in stressful situations. I know this isn't the case for a lot of people, but I like to feel healthy. I like to feel satisfied after eating, but not bloated and just bleh. And I feel like, this fried chicken, whatever sauces, those potato, like it just, and the bread, it just feels like I'm going to be bloated and feeling disgusting. And then I'm going to have to sit on a sweaty sofa, sweating my ass off for the rest of the night. I mean, no. Have a salad. Have a salad and some grilled chicken, maybe even some grilled beef or something.
And these are potatoes.
God.
Coleslaw,
It's very
garlic,
heavy.
pickles, some bread, and these are crispy, cheesy chicken strips.
Crispy cheesy chicken strips? What do you mean, crispy cheesy? What do you mean? It's sitting on bread underneath, I think. Is this the cheese? The white sauce? I don't know. Yeah, put the
Saha
Yeah.
wafia.
put the sauce on the side. Right. Let me dip. Don't cover everything in sauce.
Right? Or say saha. Saha wafia. All right.
All right.
Here's the kitchen.
Here we go.
So they had this platter in the apartment already. I scrubbed it down. Still a bit tarnished, but I'm going to serve everything on here.
Okay.
All right. Okay. First things first.
All right.
The new shisha. Very pretty, huh?
Yeah, it gets soggy.
Filled it with water.
Yeah. She's never made shisha before, I can tell, but she's showing us how to do it. Teach us, Chantal.
This is the other part.
Yeah, teach us.
The lighting in here is not that great. I apologize. This is the hose. So this is the part that you put the
shisha, the tobacco, and that's the tobacco. Lemon mint. These are little foil pieces to cover it. It's not the same as Kuwait exactly, but this is a more traditional style with the foil shisha.
Okay.
So little foil things here.
If I got home
And
looking like that, I'd jump in the
little
shower,
coals.
but they might not have enough.
So first, I'm gonna prepare the shisha so that that's ready, and then the coffee. All right, so this doesn't make me nervous anymore, actually.
That's good.
Babe, do I just put the coals on here?
She's never made it before. She's asking him. He's not answering. Or he nodded, maybe.
We usually we had an electric
doesn't
thing
know.
before,
She has no idea.
so. And you just put them right on there. Now this cylinder was gifted to us, but it's
That really tells me a lot. And this is how she talks about Islam also. She's clearly never made a shisha for her husband before or for herself. It's clear. She's asking him how to do it. But then maybe she meant to edit that part out, because then she says, okay, just like this. Like she tries to say, she's very confident. Like, okay, just like this, just like that, when you just showed us that you have no idea what you're doing. It's like the same way she talks about religion. She has no idea, but she says everything very confidently. Like, oh yeah, and this, and this. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just keep filling it up with gas. And it's actually really handy. A lot handier than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
So you put 3. We're going to let those cook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't advise smoking because it's not good for you. But this little guy,
The hose should be cleaned.
they look happy. I don't know.
Yes, the hose should absolutely be cleaned. And if they are sharing that hose, I mean, if it's between, let's assume that they're a married couple, like for real. If they're truly like an intimate couple, they could share the hose. If not, you would have removable plastic, disposable plastic tips. And you'd put your tip on, you know, if you're sharing it. But, you know.
It's a little package compared to the big ones.
Did she
in
wash
Kuwait,
what?
but Adi. So we're going to sprinkle some tobacco.
I'm making a big mess. Whatever.
Okay, that might be a little full,
You do you.
actually.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Spread it around.
Just like that.
Kind of sprinkle it. And then
Sprinkling,
this
huh?
leftover we'll put back in the box.
Looks kind of sticky to be sprinkling, but whatever.
Just wait for those
Okay.
to cook.
To cook. We want the coals to be fully lit. So we want, and she should be turning these. I don't think she turns them, but you want these to be like red, mostly red, like red hot. Mostly. But they're pretty black still. Okay. Yeah, coals. Yeah, it is charcoal. Yeah. Yep. Like coals on a grill.
In
Yep.
the meantime,
Uh-huh.
remember that song, In the Meantime?
The thong? Oh, the song. I don't know that song. No. You're alienating me as an audience because I don't know that song.
Sugar out. We have some little date squares or figs. I don't know. This is the coffee. Now it's powder. It's like coffee powder.
Mm-hmm.
It's not ground coarsely because, yeah, I don't know. You don't strain it or use a coffee filter.
Okay.
So this is just with cardamom.
Grandpa Joe says the coffee part offended me more than anything she did. Tell us about the offense that you're feeling, like specifically. Because I've never made coffee like this before, so I don't know how it's supposed to go. Like, what does she do that's really off? And an insult to the Arab to the Arab nations.
That's cardamom. So,
yeah, she's got her vlogger voice. There you go. I
all right.
feel like that took an awful lot of fuel, though. That took a lot of fuel to do that. Like, a lot. Okay, so did she poke her holes? What did she use to poke her holes? She didn't even show us
So
that.
then we poke some holes.
What'd you use? Okay. All right. I mean, I've smoked some shisha in my life. Not a ton, okay? But I've watched a lot of shisha being made, okay, prepared. And I forget what the bowl is called in Arabic. It's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. But I do remember, okay, the foil being placed on in a very specific way. They come in squares. Or if you're out, you can always just tear it off your aluminum foil roll that you use in the kitchen. And probably used a hijab pin. I mean, that would be... She doesn't have pins, though. She doesn't use pins. It's weird. But I remember my former partner would grab a toothpick, and he would be extremely precise about his holes in the foil. And it would look... He would send this back. If we were out smoking shisha, he would send this back. Like, that's... No. That's not it. That is not it. They're not uniform. They're jagged. Because the coals are going to sit on top of this. And that heats up the tobacco underneath, okay? And if they're not uniform, it's not going to be uniformly heated. So this is no good, Chantal. You really got to watch a few videos or something. If you want to be the perfect Arab wife, Arab traditional wife, trad wife, Arab style, you've got to learn how to make a better hookah than that. You got to.
I think like that. And then that's where the...
He's going to trade you in.
Coals are going to go.
For someone who knows how to make it, okay?
Yes. We'll be right back to make coffee. All right.
Okay, tell us about the coffee. You just laughed. Tell us. I want to know. Because I've never made this type of coffee before. I don't know what she's doing.
Coffee. Fill this with water.
Oh, you poked flower patterns on the foil, Dancita? That's nice.
We're going to take a spoon of this coffee, put it in, stir it well.
She's never made it before.
Add a bit of sugar.
She told us this.
Not much. And that's going to go on the flame.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for the update, Pax. So Pax told us earlier that her dog, someone left out a bucket of some very bad things for a dog to eat, and her dog ate some. Luckily, she saw the dog eat and took him immediately to the vet. Okay, here's the update. Pax says, just heard from my vet. My boy has had no neuro symptoms after 24 hours of observation. Thank God. It looks like the bulk of the poison came up when they induced vomiting. We got lucky. Rat poison is evil. Thank God. Oh my God. Thank God. I didn't want to say anything when you were talking about it earlier, but that is so serious. That is such a serious thing because it's made to bleed out. To bleed out. That's how they die. The rats. So, oh my gosh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God you were right there. You were right there and saw him. Thank God. And, okay, if you want to send that person who left it out over here, I can take care of that for you. I'd be happy to. I hope that person learned a lesson. You should probably send that person the bill for the vet, I think. Oh my God. Thank God your dog is okay. Also, rats can't puke either, which makes it worse. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, why'd they leave it out? Yeah. People don't think. People are dumb. Thank God. Thank you so much for updating us with that. Whew. Okay. Okay. Grandpa Joe was talking about the coffee. Okay, let me go back to your comment. Okay, Arabic/Turkish coffee should not be stirred except once and left on very low heat until it's as close as possible to boiling point, then immediately removed. Thank you. Okay, so stir it once only, then leave it on very low heat and keep it on there until it's like just almost boiling, but not, and then take it off. Okay, let's see what she does. Okay. Thank you. So now we can see what she's doing wrong. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Okay.
That's gonna go on the flame.
Okay. That's not a low heat.
Just like that.
Step 1, fail.
Whee. Careful not to burn yourself.
Okay.
It's not very even, but whatever.
Okay.
You don't have to add sugar.
She's
But I like a little bit because it takes away from the really strong
She's got a
bitterness
blowtorch on
of
there.
Arabic coffee, which can be very strong. This is to clean out the hose and the piping of the shisha machine, the hookah.
Shisha machine. The shisha machine. Like it's an automated plug-in device. The shisha machine. The shisha machine. We got to get the shisha machine repaired at the shisha machine shop. Okay. All right. So that flame is kicking. That's pretty hot. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Okay. High heat. Yep. Yep.
Once it starts gently bubbling, that's when you're going to remove it from the heat right away, because it will boil over, and that's happened to me. So just be careful with that. Like,
but you're supposed to remove it before it even comes close to boiling. What did she say again? Thank you, Liz. Can I request a treat for Barking Boy in the background? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Let me give him some right now. Okay. Okay.
Heat right away, because it will boil over, and that's happened to me.
I thought you never made it before. She said she's never made it before. And now she's saying it has happened to her, that it boiled over. She should be watching closely. And I think she didn't put enough coffee in to begin with. It's going to look like dirty water. Oh, it's probably mostly sugar, right? Oh my God.
Gently bubbling. That's when you're going to remove it from the heat right away, because it will boil over, and that's happened to me. So just be careful with that. Like, you want to keep an eye on it. It doesn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes. I know I'm sweaty. That's the new norm for me. Now it's very, very similar to Turkish coffee, whereas in the grounds, it's like a powder, so it stays inside the coffee mug and it kind of just drops to the bottom. And you use little cups because it's very strong, like an espresso.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
The dirty water.
It's nice and bubbling hot.
Okay, let's see.
And then just pour like that.
Okay.
All the tiny grounds.
That should be
are gonna
thicker,
stay
right?
At the bottom.
Yeah. Shouldn't that be like I've had a lot of Turkish coffee and it's usually thicker. Like it's kind of thick. Thank you, Liz. I just gave him a piece of what's it called? It's dream bones, so it's not real rawhide. It's like good for the tummy, and it's wrapped with chicken and made with real peanut butter. That's what he has. Thank you, Liz. That's what I just gave him.
You have it.
There you have it.
Coffee with cardamom.
Oh, and she said these treats, right? Oh, there's the litter box, in case you were wondering, over there in the corner, the pink one, right in the kitchen. Okay. All right. Then she says she doesn't know if these cookies are fig or date? How do you not know, ma'am? Aren't you a foodie?
Which can be very strong. This is to clean out the hose and the piping of the shisha machine. The
Shisha machine. You gonna do that after? You gonna clean it? Okay.
So once it starts gently bubbling, that's when you're going to remove it from the heat right away, because it will boil.
No, that's not when you should. No, Grandpa Joe says remove it before it starts boiling. Just when it looks like it's about, like, the first bubble's about to break the surface, like, take it off immediately. That's what she said. So you're not doing it right.
Over, and that's how
I think you should listen to someone who has made this type of coffee countless times in her life, okay? You're just winging it over there, pretending that you've done it 1,000 times, even though you've already told us that you've never done this before.
to me. So just be careful with that. Like, you want to keep an eye on it. It doesn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes. I know I'm sweaty. That's the new norm for me.
Sweaty Betty.
Now it's very, very similar to Turkish coffee, whereas in the grounds, it's like a powder, so it stays inside
Right.
the coffee mug and it kind of just drops to the bottom. And you use little cups because it's very strong, like an espresso.
Is he?
All right, here we go.
Wait, I missed
nice
the
and
cookies
bubbling
again.
hot.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's the cookies? I remember her saying she didn't know what they were.
They had this platter in the apartment already. I scrubbed it down.
All right.
Still a bit tarnished, but I'm going to serve everything on here.
Okay.
All right. First things first.
First things first.
The new shisha.
Yeah.
Very pretty, huh?
The new hookah machine.
Filled it with water.
Okay.
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 And no, I don't advise smoking because it's not good for you.
Right.
But this little guy, they look happy. I don't know.
What is that? Oh, that's your shisha?
It's a little package
Okay.
compared to the big ones
Yeah.
in Kuwait,
All
but
right. Okay.
Adi.
Oh, really?
So we're
Okay.
going to sprinkle
Right.
some tobacco. Okay, that might be a little full, actually. Just like that.
Just like that.
Spread it around and kind of sprinkle it. And then this left over we'll put back in the box. And we just wait for those to cook. Ugh.
I thought I had the hairy ass sound clip. I'm sure I do somewhere. I can't find it.
In the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
remember that song, In the Meantime? Ooh, 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 ooh. Gonna get the sugar out. Right back to make coffee. All right, for the coffee. So just be careful with that. Like, you want to keep an eye on it. It doesn't take very long, maybe
Did I
5 minutes.
Edit it out?
I know, I'm
mean, did
sweaty.
she? Like, what the heck?
That's the new norm for me.
All right, it's not that important.
tobacco, lemon mint. These are little foil pieces to cover it. It's not the same as Kuwait exactly, but this is a more traditional style with the foil.
Like she takes them out of the cupboard and she shows us. But now she's getting the coffee.
Gotta get the sugar out.
Huh. Oh well. There was something else I missed at the beginning too. All right. Wow. That's okay. I guess I dreamed it. Okay. All right. Something at the very beginning that I missed also that I wanted to watch.
Well, it's another scorching day here in Syria. And Salah is just going to check out the shisha shop.
Shisha shop.
And I'm staying in the car. Sometimes if you go into a shop and they know that you're English.
English. Oh, yeah.
Or you
I'm sorry.
look foreign.
Is she English? They know. I'm just going to take the closed captioning off for a moment. If they know that you're English, she's not English. What is she talking about? They know that you're English? She's not English. She's Canadian. What is she talking about? It's like when she said she was going to be spending her first fall in Canada. Like, what? Now she's English? Okay.
Well, it's another scorching day
Weird.
here in Syria.
I don't get it.
And Salah is just going to check out the shisha shop.
Shisha shop.
And I'm staying in the car.
Okay, when she said that, this is what I wanted to comment on. She looks a little miffed to me. She looks a little bit miffed that she's in the car. I think she probably wanted to go in. Let's go, it's AYS time? What do you mean? It's like when she put American and Kuwait tags on their videos. Right, who's the American? Who's American? That's true, she's Arab. So why English? But she looks a little miffed to me when she says she's staying in the car.
And Salah is just going to check out the shisha shop. And I'm staying in the car. Sometimes if you go into a shop and they know that you're English.
Hey, biscuitry.
Or you look foreign.
English.
Sometimes they can give you a tourist price instead of local. So that's why sometimes I stay in the car.
Okay.
And
is that why?
So.
Is that why you stay in the car, Chantal? Is that why? Is that why you stay in the car? I can think of 1,000 reasons why you're staying in the car, and that's not one of them. Okay.
So
hey, Aksa.
We were parked in this huge bus because the streets are very narrow.
They're
and
not,
people
though.
Park on both sides of the road here. A huge bus was coming through and hit the car.
Okay.
Pretty hard.
Yeah. Car accident.
There's a little bit of damage, but they just kept driving.
Yeah.
And yeah. I don't know.
The Canadian her is really strong right now. She's like, they just kept driving, and she's like totally like flabbergasted that this would happen.
And
they just kept driving.
I don't know. Say la vie, I guess.
This doesn't happen in Cornwall. People just pull over when they exchange information and what. In England, we do it this way. Right.
But no, it's not too badly damaged.
It's not.
It's just a little bit
A little bit what? A little bit what? Because now there turned out to be no damage, oddly enough, but thank God. So you said you had this huge car crash, and then you said it's a little damage, just a little whatever. Did you even finish that sentence? And now there's no damage at all. Like, is she okay? Is everything okay?
There's a little bit of damage.
A little bit of damage.
They just kept driving.
And I got out of the car and I tried to wave them down. And someone came up behind me and beeped their horn and I had to jump out of the way. And I don't know. Like, this isn't Cornwall. This just isn't Canada. It's different here.
I'm staying in the car.
It's different.
Sometimes if you go into a shop and they know that you're English.
Or British.
Or you look foreign.
Yeah.
Sometimes
foreign.
they can.
You don't look foreign. You're an Arab now.
Give you a tourist price instead of local, so that's why sometimes I stay in the car.
Right. A tourist price in a village, Chantal. A tourist price in a village. Okay. I think there might be another reason. I'm sorry. Hey, I can't fix the actual, what's going on there for you, but I can point a few things out to you. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think it's pricing. If you and Salah's friends, family live in that village, you're gonna get the same price as everybody else because you're in the village and it's small. So the shop owner knows Salah, knows people that he knows, everyone knows each other. So they're not going to charge you an extraordinary amount. And then next time Salah goes by himself, they're going to charge him much less. Probably not, because it's not a city. You're not in a city. That doesn't make sense. So I think that's what he told you. I think that's why he told you to stay in the car, but I don't think that's the reason why you're sitting in the car with no air conditioning on. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of reasons, a lot of possible reasons. A lot of reasons. What does Grandpa Joe think? There's another reason for sure. What do you think? I think, okay. If they're in their village, like just outside, like a little town square type of thing. Not a town square, you know what I'm saying. I don't even know what they're called. Or there's a woman, Grandpa Joe, think maybe her size, or there's a woman inside. Okay. I'm thinking if they're just outside of their village, right, and they're just like at the shops, I think that he doesn't want people to know that you're there. And I don't know why that would be. You'd have to ask him about that. But I don't think he wants people to know that you're there. Or that you're there with him. For whatever reason, there could be a lot of reasons for that. Maybe because there is another woman that he goes to the shisha shop with, who he actually does bring inside. And he wants to keep his honor with the guys at the shisha shop, like he has only one woman, and it's the attractive one. Maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just thinking of possibilities, okay? Maybe. Maybe you don't smell good. Maybe you don't smell very good. That could be why. Maybe you're very loud and gassy on this day. That could be why too. There's a lot of different reasons. A lot of reasons. I don't know. Iron Chef says maybe it's because your hijab is drenched and your eye makeup is crusty. That could be. He did the same thing in Kuwait, left her outside. He did a lot. And she was happy to do it because there was air conditioning in the car and she didn't have to walk. So she didn't see a problem with that. But now that she's in the hot car and she has to wait, now she's upset.
So we were parked in this huge bus because the streets are very narrow.
Yeah, huge.
And people park on both sides of the road here. A huge bus was coming through and hit the car. Pretty hard.
Hard. Hit the car hard.
There's a little bit of damage, but...
A little bit.
They just kept driving. And, yeah. I don't know.
I love the look on her face. It's so funny. Like she's incredulous. Like, how does this happen anywhere in the world? They just kept driving. They hit the car and they just kept driving. I mean, I don't understand how this could. What? She's absolutely blown away that this happened. Like, she can't even believe it. The look on her face is epic. So funny. She's like, huh?
I don't know. C'est la vie, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
No, it's not too badly damaged.
But you know what's funny though too is if this huge bus that you called it a huge bus hit the car pretty hard, wouldn't it make a noise? Wouldn't it make it sound? And wouldn't your doting, loving husband be in the shop and hear it and think it might be my dearest Chantal in the car? And wouldn't he come running out of the shop to make sure you're okay? I mean, that's what I could see happening to myself if I was waiting in the car. But he's not too concerned, I guess, huh? Okay. He'll just check it out when he comes out, huh? Okay.
A little bit, like, I don't even know if there is any. Can't really see, but Salah doesn't seem to be too pressed about it, so.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Did he ask if you're okay?
Thought, how am I dealing with the heat, you probably wonder, because
You're not dealing with
miss
it.
AC. I'm a person who keeps the AC.
You're
on
not
in the
dealing
winter.
with it.
Well, I can tell.
You're not dealing. Grandpa Joe says, I also think the bus guy might have shouted at her and she got frazzled. Before she cuts that part out, I hear a guy shouting. Okay. Interesting.
Tell you right now, living here so far has taught me to conserve.
Oh yeah, we're not
which
going through that again. No, we're not hearing that again. That was obnoxious. Okay.
Syrian women are just so gorgeous. Arab women in general.
Yeah, the Syrian women are gorgeous.
Everywhere all over the world are beautiful.
Women everywhere are beautiful. You're such a woman hater. No one believes you. You know what you should do, Chantal? Next time Salah leaves you in the car, if a man ever did this to me, you know what I would do, Chantal? I'm just going to tell you from an adult woman's perspective, okay? Like an actual adult grown woman, okay? Here's what I would, if I got left in the car and the reason didn't really resonate with me as being accurate or true, I'd wait till he went in and I'd get up and go in right after him and see what the reaction is and see what's happening inside of there. You got to figure out what's going on around you. You don't understand the language. You don't understand a word of the language other than food items. You don't know what is being said right in front of you. But if you walk in there and you get the vibe, you pick up the vibe, because Syria has vibes, pick up the vibe of what's going on in there. And you may find out why you were left in the car with no AC. The shop might have AC, but he's leaving you in a hot car. Think about it.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just in person, I'm just so shocked. So, yes. All right, I waited, but I had to turn the AC on, so.
Waited and waited. How long were you waiting?
After Salah is finished getting a shisha, there's a whole bunch of little stores around here.
It's taking a while.
I need to find a dustpan. I have not been able to find a dustpan anywhere that we've been.
Use a paper plate.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to know.
Maybe in like bigger supermarkets in Damascus, but like town centers, somewhere like that. But in little towns, I just haven't been able to find it. So hopefully in one of these stores around here, they will have one. And then hopefully we can get something to eat and go back home. I'll show you guys how I make Arabic coffee for us after, because it's my first time making it and it's a bit different, but I'll show you.
Okay, You'll show us. Dustpan secured. Congratulations. They're having sex in the back room. I mean, probably, maybe. You got to learn how to be resourceful. I've had to learn a lot about resourcefulness. You got to make things work somehow. You don't just stop sweeping. You got to figure it out. Get a paper plate. It's bendy. You can bend it into the shape that you need, and you throw the entire thing out with the dirt on top of it. And that's it. A paper plate each time. If you legit can't find one, that's what you got to do.
Okay, we're in a little market area here.
Okay.
If you see how.
Okay. When I used to just watch her videos and react without live streaming, I used to really look at this stuff very closely, and I want to do that now. If you have time. If not, it's okay. So I'm going to slow it down and just look. Like, what is this over here? Oh, okay, just a truck. All right. Got a lot of reflection, glare off the windshield. That's okay. Sun, probably. Okay. And she won't tell us what any of these places are because she doesn't know. She doesn't like to walk. She won't get out of the car. And she mentions, oh, he's done with his rawhide. She mentions, oh, there's a clothing set up here to buy. She mentions that. He doesn't offer to pull over so she can look. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, sir. I'm almost done, honey. Please hold on. Mama loves you so much. Please wait. Thanks for your patience. Okay. Dora. What's Dora? store. Maybe juices? Okay. A lot of people walking. Okay, and we see a lady. Okay, we see a lady here on the left. Okay, just wearing pants and a shirt. Her purse slung over. Okay, no hijab. I just want to point that out to give you an idea of what other women are wearing on the street by themselves, walking around, because she likes to make it look like she's in an extremely oppressive country, no matter where she is, apparently, and that she has an oppressive husband, and she needs to wear a burqa if she even thinks about walking in front of their apartment building. And it's ridiculous. She loves to reinforce the most negative stereotypes. I don't know why. She thinks it's exotic, I guess. And a lot of women dress like this, okay? Hi, honey. Hi. I'm coming. I'm almost done. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, there's trees. That's nice. Now, wasn't it this building here on the left, I believe? Oh, thank you, Grandpa Joe. The street is called Martyr Yusuf Street. Okay. And isn't this the building right here? This place that helped people figure out what town she's actually in, I think. Because it says the name of it on the sign. And since she can't read Arabic, and she didn't have Salah look at the video before she published it, people found out. That's the Institute? Okay. So, doxed herself. Yep. And you know what? She doesn't read Arabic. She doesn't even know any letters. So she just doesn't even see it as words. It's just like squiggles to her. So she doesn't even like register it as information. And Salah could have easily just looked this over before she uploaded it. Like, can you make sure there's nothing identifying in this video? Because this is how people found her, this sign right here. And the water tanks. Okay. I mean, that is interesting to point out to people. Like, this is what the water tank actually looks like. Okay. And one in the distance. Okay. See, you can wear a fancy abaya. It doesn't have to just be all black. Okay, these ladies are wearing abayas. Different colors, different patterns. Okay. Oh, you're so loud, sir. So unnecessary.
Super zoomed in. So I know most people, just focus on Syria being, a country always in the middle of war, conflict. But mostly when you look around and you just go down the streets of most villages, towns around here, most people, in between that, I guess, are just living their life, buying bread, buying fruits and vegetables, operating their small businesses that feed their families. And that's why I think it's really good to spend money in these little shops, because it really does help feed their families. And just living normal lives the way they do here in Syria. So that's kind of what I just really want to show you with my vlogs, and just focus.
I want to show you the real side to Syria. I've been here for 2 weeks and now I'm Syrian. By the way, I'm married to a Syrian man and I have permanent residency in the country of Syria. Therefore, I am Syrian. She even said Julia was Syrian the other day. That's crazy. That's crazy. Druze women wear white abaya. They wear white, or I don't know about the women, but I've seen the men wear white hats. They might wear white hijab, but probably not abaya, because that can be see-through in the sun. That's why we usually wear black.
On the more...
Hello, Zuflu.
day-to-day life, and of course, we're going to do some touristy things and visit.
Julia probably really is a Kuwaiti national at this point. She's got a better passport than either one of these fools. Okay. All right. My dog does want to go. Oh, okay. I'm coming. He does want to go out now. I'm happy to go outside with him. He's been such a good boy. You've been such a good boy. Thank you. Thank you for your patience, sir. I'm coming, okay? All right, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We got a lot done. We learned a lot about different topics, and thank you so much for that, as always. And I really hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. If she goes live tonight, I will probably snipe her, so keep on the lookout, all right? And if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.